you to Janice.
Thank you, Janice.
Thank you to Janice, the intern, for sending me batteries for this applause machine. We have sounds. Thank you so much. You guys, this is Straturday Night. We talk all things rock music. We talk guitars. Whatever you guys want to talk about. We have a phone number. You can text. You can call. Whatever it is. We're live on YouTube. And let's get to the big 10,600 sometime this month. I think we can do that. We're reaching our goals. It's very awesome. So, okay, we're live on Facebook. There we are. Okay, you guys, and we do giveaways. We'll give something away tonight. Yeah. All right, Saturday night. Let's do this. Let's find. Here, I haven't played this one in a while. Let's. Here we go.
Hi, this is MJ from the Seymour Duncan NAM 2023 in Anaheim, California. You're watching Johnny B.
Johnny B.
Johnny B. Okay. Thanks for all your support.
Thank you, MJ. It's been a while since I've played that Tunnel ID. Hey, what's up, dudes?
Hello, everybody.
Hello. We're here. We're on time. We're usually 2 minutes later. All right. Listen to that. You can tell these batteries are brand new. This is awesome. Thank you again to Janice, the intern, for those batteries for the sound machine. I mean, I don't know how we could do these shows without this. I don't think it's possible. But hey, you guys, who's this? Eric.
Yeah.
Eric J.
Yeah.
How are you doing, man?
My whole name or not?
What? Explain to everybody, who are you?
Just a guy in New Jersey. I had some people on last night for you. My brother was a big-time manager at Steinberger back in the 80s, and I kind of grew up around guitars and playing them and working on them, and I've been in bands and all that. And this is my first time here, so thanks for having me, and I hope I can add something to your show.
Hey, you're welcome. So, okay, so Eric, so you're the guy I talked to,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
I got a phone number.
Yeah, I don't even know.
A
where
phone
you're
number was sent to me.
Yeah.
And like after like a year or something, I finally got to that message and I called that number, and I guess it was you.
Yeah, it was me. I think I was working a little bit with Headless USA last fall, and I think you had reached out to them, and they mentioned your name, and I knew you from the Van Halen forums, seeing your posts on there all the time and watching some of your stuff, but they had no idea who you were. So I said, "Oh, that's something you want to do." And they said, oh, "Okay, well, you go with it." I said, "All right." So, and then they never, I didn't hear anything. So I didn't know if you weren't still interested. And then you just called me out of the blue one day when I was working on my pedal board, and we went from there, and we got it going within a month, I think.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Because I called it, and you were saying, "Oh, listen to this. I'm working on my Van Halen board right now."
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I have to rub through eruption for you.
Yeah, that's right. And I see a Wolfgang guitar behind you.
Yeah.
Oh, and the skateboard too.
Right, man.
Look at that. I remember seeing those at the NAMM show when those were debuted, I guess.
Yeah, I got that on clearance from Pro Audio Store for like $50 or something at Black Friday sale last year.
Oh, very cool. Right on, man. Well, Eric.
I ride it all the time, you know.
Hang on.
Exactly. Exactly. At 50 years old, exactly.
Man. Well, hey, welcome. Glad to have you, man. And we're gonna have a great time. You guys, let's say hello. Who else is here? Look at this. We got 40 Grit.
What up? I'm here.
Present.
What's new? Present. What's new? Anything?
Oh, every day. Every day we got new stuff.
No,
And,
all right.
Yeah, and look at this. We also got Ron Gunner.
No press, no press. I'm wanted by the police.
Oh, that reminds me, man. I just got some new press regarding the Andy Summers interview. I'm gonna have to share that with you guys. It's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. All right, and you guys know him, you love him, all the way from Norman, Oklahoma. Robbie the Animal Stingle.
Hey, what's up, Johnny?
Hey, nice shirt.
That's called Rockstar Cat. From
Very nice.
Cat in the Cap. Yes.
Is that Grateful Ned?
Ah. Wait, that's not a Ned shirt. What's going on? It's all
Could
good.
be.
Well, you bought that shirt off Facebook, so basically you wash it once, and it'll just be a regular black shirt.
Actually, it's really nice. The company does some good stuff. It just takes forever to get it to you.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like Laz.
Not visible. Laz doesn't know how to ship. We need to send Uncle Fester to school.
Oh my gosh. Oh, excuse me. You guys, all right, let's do a real show. Let's say hello to the top tier of channel members here on Johnny Bean TV. Channel membership is where you can help support the channel and support these shows, because it's not free doing this stuff. The top tier are the executive producers, and they are currently CC, Stephen Franklin, Michael Smith, Music Therapy Laz, Sherman Callahan, 40 Grit, John Moronic, Majestic PB and J Cat, Guitarman 45, Janice Lala the intern, thank you again for the batteries, Arhabs, Warlag, Patty Dill, and Fairfield Guitar Co. That's Lewis. Executive producers, top tier of channel members. Really, channel membership is the best way you can help support this channel, support these shows. If you guys like what you're watching, consider becoming a channel member. You get your name in green in the chat, like Janice Lala, like Mike Olson, like 40 Grit. You get exclusive content only for you. And you get special emojis in the chat that only you can use, like let's say, like 5150 time, or smashing guitars, or jumping, any of that stuff. Actually, we do update those emojis every so often. So there you go. But if you're not ready to become a channel member, Super Chats is the way you can help support the channel. And here on this show, it's pretty cool because Super Chats change the color of my lights. And if you're wondering, if you're like, Johnny, hey, Robbie, say, Johnny, what does that mean?
Johnny, what does that mean?
These lights back here magically change with any Super Chats, any donations towards the channel, towards these shows. This is called the Guitar Noir. Right there. That's probably why I got the headache from going like this all the time.
You are correct, sir.
Maybe. Yes, sir. Yeah. So there you go. Super Chats help support the channel. And speaking of channels, we're also live on Facebook, Johnny Bean Facebook page, and the Johnny Bean musician or video creator page. Facebook stars you can help support over there. And speaking of Facebook, we're also live tonight in the exclusively Van Halen group. We got 62,000 members over there. It's total insanity. We're live in the EVH Gear Fans Live group, EVH Gear Fans Live page, and the Johnny Bean TV group as well. We're also live on Twitter, which is now called X. And later on tonight, this episode will be a podcast on Spotify, so you can listen to this as you're driving around in your car. Oh, hopefully that wrong sound effect for that. And what else? Exclamation point link You guys notice there's somebody in the chat named Nightbot. You can trust Nightbot. Nightbot is me. Any link Nightbot is giving you is totally verified, and you can click on those links. You can enjoy those links, such as that one right there, johnnybean.link. There you go.
That's good. That's good.
Who said that?
It's me, Adam Sandler.
What's up, man?
Not much, man.
Oh, wow. Dude, you got all the sound effects going.
Mama says she's a devil.
Oh, my goodness. I saw that movie. Wow. That's right. That's right, you guys. All right. Who do we have here tonight? We got Bob and Blackie 5150. The reason I'm weighing is because of planning and prep. I guess he's talking to somebody. Skyprop is here. Mike Olson is here. Channel member. Thank you for your support, man. Ryan Hall is here. Look at this. He's talking to 40 Grit, I think. Peggy is here. Rock Daddy is here. Facebook user is here. If you're watching this from Facebook, feel free to sign in, or just you can say who you are. Otherwise, a lot of times we don't know. It just says Facebook user. CC is here. Wait, CC is here?
He's
CC
right there.
is here.
He's right here. CC, what's going on? I wait, Robbie, were you supposed to tell us that?
Oh, it don't matter.
A little late now, Johnny.
Yeah, I know. Okay. I don't know. Robbie was saying you got a package or something. I don't know. If you want, let us know what's going on.
Woody.
We
should do an unboxing.
Yeah, we should do unboxings. JP21 is here. Look at that nice avatar, man. You guys, everybody is here. Thank you. Chris King is here, the only guy from Facebook. Thank you.
And that's Canada, right?
No,
Australia.
Australia.
Akadaka, Chris.
Yes, Akadaka.
Larry
Riker. All right. What should we
Will's
give away?
brother.
Let's do this. Excuse me. Larry Riker. Okay, we do giveaways. Let's give away. I just found this on my desk here. I've got a Cabo Wabo guitar pick. Look at that. This is real. This is actually a Sammy Hagar pick. Let's give this away tonight. All right. So if you're watching the show, if you can hear me, you're watching this live. We've got 53 people watching this so far. If you'd like to win this, all you got to do is participate in the chat. Say hi to your neighbor in the chat. Type a number. Smash a Sabian. I heard that. I don't think Robbie's in the mood tonight. Maybe he is. Eric's like, what the hell have I gotten into here? These guys are crazy.
Yeah, cool, man.
Only sometimes.
It's different when you're on this side of it, you know.
Yeah.
You can't just sit there and watch anymore, Eric. Now you're part of it.
I don't want to talk too much, man. I'll see what you guys talk about and join in.
Oh my gosh.
What's happening, Martin?
We're having
Martin, it's all good, man. Stop worrying about it, dude.
Martin.
Sorry to hear you had to ship your Charvel or Jackson back. But I'm sure they'll straighten it out for you, man. So hang in there.
I'm surprised by that. Sweetwater's usually on top of it. I'm surprised by that.
Sweetwater, trust me, I know. I'm a Sweetwater affiliate. Sweetwater will take care of you, man. Sweetwater is awesome.
I used to live
love
next
Sweetwater.
door to him.
Oh, really?
In Indiana?
I lived in Fort Wayne,
Yeah.
like one road over. I used to go there when it was in an abandoned church before it was like a big area. It was like nothing. And I used to just go there. I was working from home. It's like 2005. And I would just go in there and just play guitars all day. And then from 2005 to when I left in 2011, it became like a giant IBM call center somehow. You know, the guy really, Chuck Surlock, is it the guy's name that had bought it, I think, and turned it into like a mega store.
Yeah.
Nice.
They just built one out here in Arizona. It's huge.
I didn't know Sweetwater had horses. You said you're affiliating?
What?
Ooh.
I don't have a horse sound.
Boy.
What? I'm a Sweetwater affiliate now. So I can put links in my videos of products, and you can go straight to Sweetwater and buy those products. Sweetwater is awesome, you guys. I'm going to have to make a card, actually.
My daughter, it might be working for them, is one of the ones in charge of their graphic arts department.
Oh, very cool, man. We could use some cool graphics around here.
JP21, not only is it a EVH koozie,
Charvel.
but it's a Charvel koozie.
Where'd you get that, man?
And
Right?
a
Yes.
Jackson koozie.
Yes.
Dude, I have one of those too.
Now, if that said Kramer on it, it'd cover everything we talk about.
Where'd you get that?
You
Did
can
you
get
get that?
No, they're on eBay right now. There's a couple left, so run over there to eBay. Super cheap. I just got it the other day. So
I got one from the EVH booth several years ago. They give you like a swag bag, and that's one of the things in the bag is that.
Oh,
koozie.
so this guy probably got a bunch of these and is selling them off.
So that
Maybe
was
I should
probably
go back
free.
on there and buy another one.
That was probably
Yeah.
free. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a profit deal is what it is.
Well, let me go on there and buy another one before everybody buys them. Right?
It's all right. If you need another one, John will give you his.
Hey, we might do a giveaway at some
Giveaway.
point. I mean,
There you go.
I do have an ice cold LaCroix sitting here that needs one.
Rock, Daddy.
I got my Engel mug and my scary movie mug with all the old horror movies.
Oh wow.
I've got a
Very-
nice tea from Jersey Mike's.
Frog tape.
Yeah, I'm using it. Frog tape sucks. That's why. You want your paint to? You want your paint to bleed? Use this stuff. Yeah. But it's good to hold your lid on. What's happening, Larry?
Hey,
Mike?
what's up, Larry? And look at this. There's a phone number down here. This is pretty weird. There's a phone number at the bottom of the screen here. Look at this. You can text us. People are texting in photos already.
Call.
Look at this. Or you can call. Feel free to give us a call. Look at that. Somebody has like a 78 style guitar.
Is that a Fender?
I don't think so. I think this is like a homemade guitar.
Hey, Robbie,
Very cool.
FU tones in the
It's
chat.
got the hot rails on it.
Hey, what's up, Adam? Still digging your neck, man. Love that Pennsylvania-made neck, man. You did a really good job.
F.U. Tone is here?
Yeah, Adam's got good stuff, man.
F.U. Tone. What's up, man?
And that's
Yeah.
coming from me. That's a big deal. You know how picky I am about necks and everything. And that neck,
Well, Robbie, you're just picking in general.
That's since '82.
that neck is really good. That it's the large banana one-piece non-tilt.
And where did you get that from?
I got it from Adam at FU Tone.
Hey now, Adam Reaver, fu-tone.com, my less crappier promo reel for Johnny Bean TV. You're watching Johnny Bean TV. Check it out.
Yeah, man. I mean, I wouldn't say it if I didn't believe it, man. I'll tell you. And I've got other news too. I shipped off the 2 ESP necks, the lawsuit, and that beak neck that I got. The lawsuit's like late 81, early 82, and the beak neck is 83. To get chopped and glued Paul Unkert style down there at Dive Bomb, Kyle Finch in Texas. And I also have the second biggest mallet that Paste makes, going to be delivered here on Thursday. So like this mallet back here, that mallet is, I believe that's an M6 mallet. And that's good up to probably 30. You can get up to a 38-inch gong with it, but it's it's on the small side. The one I ordered is the M7. The M7 goes from 38 to 50-inch gongs, and then the M8 goes from 50 to 80. And that's the one that I ordered the M7. Yeah. So it's on its way. Paste, man. Paste.
I just sent you a picture, Johnny.
Where did you send that? Oh, the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
And the other one, because I didn't know which one you'd get first.
Oh my gosh. Wait. What is that? Oh my God. What is this? Check this out, Robbie. That's a pretty big gong, man. Look at that.
I don't know, man.
That's a Sabian.
That looks like Photoshop something to me. It don't look real.
Nah, that's a cartoon or something. I don't know. Very cool, man.
Hey,
Oh,
for all the people that weren't here on Tuesday, Johnny and Laz wired the Kramer pickup in, and Johnny gave the Kramer pickup away on Tuesday. But I also wired it in this guitar, and I would say it's comparable to the Warren DeMartini RTM. If I had to compare, it would probably be the guitar, the pickup I compare it to. So cool pickup. I recommend it, and get it and throw it in something cool, and you'll like it. So. Any thoughts, Johnny, on that? Or
I think that's cool. Look at this. Wait, who? Reginald. Black Sabbath forever.
I agree.
Is that just a random comment, or
Wait a minute.
You don't even,
wait. Is that Black Sabbath with Ozzy, or with Dio, or with Glenn Hughes?
no, that's a rabbit hole.
I don't know. I have no idea. But it's funny. I don't know if maybe you were replying to somebody in the comments. See, that's the thing is when we do these shows, like we're all talking to each other, and every once in a while I'll look at the comments, or if somebody, if you tag me, if you put at Johnny Bean, it'll actually the comment will turn orange. So I'll be able to see it. Same goes with 4D Grit. If you want to get his attention, put at 4D Grit, all one word. He'll see it. Same with Ron Gunner. Same with Eric J. Same with Robbie the Animal. So a lot of times I'll look at the chat and just see a random comment and answer or whatever. But it's funny, Regional, that you said Black Sabbath, because we have more audio of Edward, Alex, and Mark Stone on bass playing. Remember there was the Sabbath song that they played? I got more audio of that.
War Pigs.
War Pigs. Yeah. Got some more audio. Thank you to well, maybe I shouldn't say. Anyway, you know who you are.
I thought
so we can play some of that if you like.
Ryan, I took out a custom 5. I had a custom 5 in this one, so I've got custom 5's a good pickup. Duncan custom 5, that's a really good one to go after. Martin Hensley picked Ronnie James Dio and Sabbath. I think I agree. If I had to pick any of them, I'd go after Ronnie James Dio. Hey man, that Dio stuff with Sabbath, oh my God!
I gotta disagree.
Amazing.
I gotta disagree with you, man. Sharon says I was the best, man. Sharon!
Why were you
Look out!
doing her?
There's a bear behind you.
I know.
You were
Couple
doing
of
her? Oh, and there's even more news. Gong prices have gone up.
They've gonged
So
up.
what you're saying is you have equity in the gongs that you bought.
Pretty much. I mean, right now, if you wanted to get a 20-inch Pace Symphonic gong, it would cost you almost $700, where it was a little over $400 only 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
Okay, but then how much is a 30-inch Sabian?
You couldn't pay me to take one of those. No,
Show the logo.
I'd recycle it.
What's that? Oh! Oh, my goodness. Very cool.
The tag that came on the 32.
Oh, right on, man.
So apparently I did it just in time.
Wow. I'm glad you're on the I don't know what you would call that. Gong
The Gong
update.
Show.
Yeah.
hey, I pulled this one out. Somebody asked last week for me to pull this one out.
What is that?
The
Is that
Vandenberg.
wait, is that a PV?
Yeah.
Tracer, right? Oh, it's Vandenberg.
Oh, dude. Didn't you normally see those in pink?
Yeah. They got them in pink. They got them in the puzzle. They got them in black. They got them in cool colors. I got a black one, though. But anyways, this was buried. I pulled it out this week because somebody had said, "Do you have who's got a night swan or something like that?" And I said, "I got a night swan. It's just buried." So anyways, I got it out. So cool guitar. These are not too easy to acquire anymore. So if you can find one in good shape, this one's in really good shape. This one's pretty clean. Pretty clean. So if you have the opportunity to get one, they're cool. And ever since I pulled this guitar out, I hear nothing but Whitesnake on the radio. I'm not kidding. I've heard nothing but Whitesnake all day long on Hair Nation, and I go, okay, I'll get it out. I'll get it out.
Well,
So
you're listening to Hair Nation. Change the channel.
hey, man, I mean, was there a cooler? I mean, when you think about it, Adrian Vandenberg was a pretty cool looking rock star. I mean, that guy was pretty badass looking. I mean, in the on the self-titled Whitesnake album, him and Vivian Campbell, what a duo, right?
The 87 one?
Yes.
Yeah.
You mean? Oh, yeah.
Still the Night and
86.
I mean that was
86?
actually Sykes recorded it, but the duo of Adrian Vandenberg and Vivian Campbell is pretty cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Rudy Sarzo,
Yeah, Rudy Sarzo, correct. Yeah,
Mhm.
and
Tommy Aldrich,
Tommy Aldrich.
Don Airy,
Yep.
Ozzy's band basically, except for Randy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So yeah, cool guitar. I broke it out, so I wanted you guys to see it. But yeah, if you happen to stumble on one of these or see it in a pawn shop, grab it, because the price on these is going up. And if you get one with the original bridge, they're super expensive. This one is the middle of the road bridge. This is the one that came out. It's still a Kaler, but it came out after the first one. So this is I think the second bridge that these were released with.
I want to say hello to Peggy, Dwight Bailey, and Ryan. I'm not getting that gong for another probably 3 months. They're still making it in Germany.
Wow.
Little updates there.
Yo, what's up, dudes? Hey, you guys, see this phone number down here? We're getting text messages. Check this out. Adam, are you still here, man? Adam just sent some photos in. Are those the actual guitars, man? Here's Adam, FU Tone. This is at FU Tone headquarters. Did you guys see this post this week?
there you go.
Those are King V's, right?
See those Jacksons there? Well, he sent some other photos. Maybe, I mean, you guys would know better than me.
Those are King
Yeah,
V's. That's
that's
Robin
King V.
Crosby. Those were named after Robin. His nickname was King. So he was so tall, he was such a big dude that they made a bigger body for him, and they called it the King V because the original V's look small on him. So they made the body bigger, and they called it the King V for Robin Crosby. So
Wow.
I wonder if those are his.
Are those his actual guitar? Oh yeah, it is.
That'd be.
It is. Those are his.
Uh-oh,
So I was
Adam,
gonna-
you got a buyer in Arizona.
There we go. Very cool, Adam. Look at that.
I wonder who's got those.
Adam has them.
Probably.
Adam
Well, I
has
don't
them.
think they're his. Are they his?
They're probably getting set up.
Probably doing something with them. Yeah.
Look at that. I mean, that's obviously an older guitar. I mean, because of the.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, just to me, I'm thinking that, yeah.
Hey, I've been wanting to have a Rat night. Maybe tonight should be a Rat night. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can talk about Rat all night long.
Uh-huh.
We got all of Warren's guitars right down there.
We could go
And
round
right
and
there.
round about Rat.
Are you a fan of Rat, Eric?
Yeah, more Dokken. I was more of a Lynch guy, but
Yeah.
just I like Don's voice better than Stephen Piercy's. But other than
Well,
that,
yeah,
it's similar.
you got a point there. That's cool. Who's playing alone again? Ron, is that you?
Yes, that's
Oh
me.
boy. All right. That's cool.
I'll-
Who is it? Hey, Eric, who's your other than Edward Van Halen? Who's your go-to guitar player?
Oh boy,
Lynch.
Lynch. Well, more so with the. I always looked more like Lynch, I think, than some of the other guitarists. But Randy, Jakey Lee, Bark at the Moon, and Ultimate Sin were. I mean, those were the first albums I bought. Yngwie Malmsteen was a huge Yngwie guy. The standards that we all really liked, pretty much, and then I got into Paul Gilbert and people that I could never play but like listening to. Oh, there he is.
You could only have one album, and it was between Bark at the Moon and The Ultimate Sin. And Ultimate Sin, which one would you take?
I would say Ultimate Sin. There's just something about
too.
that album that came out when I think I was 13, and I remember going to the mall with my mom, and she was like, "What is that?" Because the album cover was pretty weird looking, but I had seen Shot in the Dark on MTV, and I was just like, "Wow!" It was full glam Ozzy, but I wasn't old enough to really go back to the Randy stuff yet. I just thought it was so cool, and Jake was just. I don't know. There was something about that guy, the way he was in videos and everything. He was just such a rock star, and he was different than so many of the other guys. And so I would definitely say Ultimate Sin. I know a lot of people think that's Ozzy's worst album, but I think it's one of the best albums.
No, I mean, between those two, I definitely agree. I would go with Ultimate Sin. Ultimate Sin kind of seemed like, for me personally, I mean, I was always focused on the guitar player aspect of every album I bought. And I just think that Jakey Lee seemed a lot more relaxed on Ultimate Sin.
Yeah.
And he had found his niche
His
inside
tone-
Ozzy on
tone
Ultimate
was
Sin. Yeah.
unbelievable. I mean, the guitar
Ridiculous.
sound is just that, and Back for the Attack, I think, are two of the two best quintessential '80s metal albums.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you and I are on the same sheet of paper on that.
So who
For
played?
sure.
Are both albums Jakey Lee?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're
Bark
right,
at the
you're
Moon
right.
and Ultimate Sin were both Jakey Lee.
Okay. Yeah,
And,
I'm
and Jakey actually wrote Bark at the Moon, even though he doesn't get credit for it.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
know
I mean-
that because I was there and talked to him in person on his bus.
There's actually a video of him talking about that Bark at the Moon he had written that when he was in Rat, and it was a lot. It was the tempo was half of what it was, and he sped the tempo up for Ozzy. Ozzy heard him playing it, and he sped the tempo up to fit more to what Ozzy was looking for. But yeah, he had Bark at the Moon when he was still in Rat.
Did you
According
guys
to his
ever hear,
interviews.
you ever hear the original version of Shot in the Dark from Phil Suzanne's old band? It's amazing. It's almost the exact same song, but it's like keyboards and synth and everything. And then he brought it to Ozzy, and it turned into the Ozzy version. But if you listen, and it's on YouTube, It's almost the identical song.
Oh, look at that.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'll check that out. Yeah, Ultimate Sin was a good album. Hey, Robbie, what time do you have to leave? Do you want to go over the auctions?
Yeah, I would. I mean, I'm
Okay.
kind of.
Robbie, Johnny, Robbie's not feeling good tonight. Can we go over auctions?
Sure.
I appreciate that. Thanks, Mr. Grit. There's not a whole lot of them.
Let's see. Where were those sent? Who sent those to me, and where did you send them?
I sent them on WhatsApp this morning.
What's up? All right, let's see. You guys, we got 69 people watching live. You guys are awesome. Tonight we're giving away a Cabo Wabo guitar pick. And I know somebody in the chat was just complaining, saying that Headless USA gave away an amplifier last night, and tonight I'm giving away a guitar pick. Tune in tomorrow night. You never know. Tune in every night. You never know what we're going to give away. Thank you again to Headless USA, by the way, for that. Amazing. Okay, Robbie Stingle on WhatsApp. Let's see. Let's start with the today. Oh, okay. That's right. Thank you, Holly. Yeah, hit that like button. We only got 18 thumbs up, so we got almost 70 people watching. Only 18 of these. Smash that thumbs up. All right. Let's see. Present. Share screen. Okay. Look at this. I think. There we go. Kramer Beretta. Is there anything there? It's just a black screen. There it is.
Oh, yeah,
Is
we
there?
can see it.
Kramer Beretta, 1983, 1984, black.
Well, this is not 1983. They did not make this guitar in 1983. This is 84, and it's not even the beginning of 84. This is a few months into 84, if judging by the serial number. It is a sports body. There is a photo of the back with the sports route. So this is a two-piece maple body with your Schaller Golden 50 pickup and your first run Floyd and your witch hat knob. That's all correct. But the guy's got his years mixed up here. And also, when you go through the words, you'll see he refers to this as a Holy Grail guitar, and it is not. This is not one of the Holy Grail guitars. This is a tilted headstock with a sports neck. No,
It says it's a rare black finish.
That's not. Yeah, that's not really rare either. You know, there were a lot of black finishes,
Grail,
like the guitar Octopus had. You know,
That's not being played by Eddie Van Halen. Eddie Van Halen
No.
didn't play Berettas.
No, that's another false thing here.
It features a Floyd Rose. That's true, I think. Let's see. Reverse Zebra Schaller Golden 50.
Which is very good pick. It's an Alnico 2 pickup. It'll be a really good sound out of a, non-solid state preamp tube head.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah.
so that's correct. But
Well, it's been professionally set up and comes with a sticker-covered, possibly original hardshell case.
now this is another bad thing too, because this case, the latches don't work, and it's covered with stickers. It is not helping the value of the guitar whatsoever. Now here we go. If you you can see the sports route barely. You see that route underneath the springs? That's definitely a sports route.
This?
Yeah. That's definitely a sports body, and it looks to be routed for Rockinger also. So I mean, the body is good, and that number, as you can see, it's 5.7 something, and the Grail stopped at 5 even. So yeah, this is like after Grail. I'd say probably this guitar was made in maybe late March, early April. And there is a good chance that I did work on this.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And you got your sports neck on there.
Oh, that one's identical to mine.
Yes, Mr. Gret. Except yours is probably in better shape.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And mine has your initials in the neck pocket.
Yes, and this one may too. Who knows?
Is that the correct headstock?
Yes, it is. That's the sports headstock, and it's like the later edition because when they first came out with those, they had transparent. You couldn't see the name
what's
very
this?
well. That looks like some sort of gash. This thing has all kinds of like little things and dents and stuff like that all over it. It's kind of rough for the price.
Bobby, that neck looks thin, like side to side, compared to mine.
Oh, you mean the headstock?
The headstock doesn't look totally correct to me.
The width, yeah, the headstock of mine's like seems like it's fatter side to side.
It's like shorter
Right.
and fatter. This is longer and skinnier.
Right.
Yep.
Well, a lot of the sports headstocks were like this. They varied, and yeah, obviously your guitar is a better example. And like he's asking a pretty good price here for a messed up case that don't latch, and there's a lot of dings on this thing. You know.
Hey, I need to back up to in the chat, and somebody asked me something, and I just want to comment on it. I think it was Skyprop asked me. Yeah, Skyprop, did you hear about the USA 40? Did you hear about the USA Kramer Berettas coming out in November? Yes, I did. And I also want to tell you guys that I heard from a very good source that Kramer is going to be discontinuing some of the artist models of the Kramer guitars. So I'm not going to go into which ones, but there's not that many. And I've heard they're discontinuing some stuff. So I have the option to buy out or to buy some of them at a lesser price, and I'm waiting on pricing. So if you have a favorite artist with Kramer and you're looking to purchase one, I would do it sooner than later. Because I think they're getting ready to change things up there. So yes, I did hear about that.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, the price here is kind of high with a messed up case, you know, and then you've got this stuff going on. There's dings like this all over the thing. You know, there's another one. Looks like he used a Sharpie to try to hide
Well,
it.
at least he touched it up with a Sharpie pen. I mean, you
Here
know,
we have a major chip here.
At least he pointed that out.
yeah.
Like it would have been
never-
almost invisible if he hadn't done that.
You know, I'm very lucky he brought attention to that because I never would have seen it.
Yeah, for for almost $4,000.
Right. I mean, and what does he want for shipping? The moon?
That doesn't even look like a factory paint job, that finish.
150.
Oh, I think it's a factory paint job. After the years, it's faded a bit, you know. And it looks like it's almost transparent, but not quite. Now there's a
at that.
refinish right there.
That's
mean,
actually a Fender headstock.
I think Mike Olson has a good comment where he said it looks more like a JK1000 neck, although the JK1000 necks did not come.
I agree.
It did not come saying Beretta on them though. So
Well, let's go back and look. I agree. That looks like a JK1000
Yeah,
headstock to
it looks
me.
thin. It looks thin. That's my opinion.
it does, but that's one of the earlier sports necks. Because I was there.
Yeah, but you see this?
Correct.
This indicates sanding to me. And this looks like this was possibly sanded and that logo was possibly put on later. Possibly.
Oh, interesting.
I am saying.
Yeah, the logo's
That's sanding.
not straight with the bottom.
No, they weren't. They weren't. They
Okay.
were all off. But could we get a picture of the back of the neck, like where there would be a Lutheran joint? Because the JK would not have a Lutheran joint.
Do you need more than that?
I can't tell from that.
Oh, how about this?
Okay. Yes, definite Lutheran joint. that confirms this is definitely a sports neck, and it's probably one of the earlier ones where they were messing around with headstock shapes, very close to the beginning.
Well, then that makes it a Grail then. doesn't
No, a Grail had an ESP non-tilt banana.
Well,
one
I mean,
piece.
it makes it cool.
Well, it does. It is cool, but it's not. It's not an actual Grail. As 5700 there was past the serials of Grails. Now the body could be used for a redo of a Grail if you got a Grail neck like the one on Alien Nation that I think he's down to, I don't know, 1800 for. And then if you refinish both of those pieces, even though it won't say ESP stamped on the back of the neck, that would be pretty darn close. You know, that would be pretty. But yeah, I don't know. Looking at this, I would say with that case, the condition it's in, which is basically rough, I would say that's maybe a $2,500 to $2,800 guitar at the most on a good day. With latches that don't work and the case basically with all the stickers on it, you're never going to get it to look right. Even if you could fix the latches. I mean, look at this thing. The latch is actually coming apart. I've never seen that before. Yeah, so that's like a lot of money, and it's probably not going to sell very soon, I don't believe. The body itself, the pickup, the Floyd, everything without the neck, I would say is probably worth about $1,700 on its own.
Wait a minute. Is this just a reflection right here?
Well, I certainly hope so.
What? I mean,
yeah, that
wow.
looks pretty bad.
Looks
And
like
of course,
it
a common thing
cut out
with
at the
these,
bottom of the neck.
a common thing with these is that
Right
the
there.
height,
Yeah.
the height of the, well, that's normal.
That'd be normal for the what do you call it?
Truss rod adjustment. But
Wait, no, the truss rod would be on the top.
No, hold on a second, man.
The Grail
Hold on a
bodies
second.
all had that truss rod adjustment.
There's the truss rod there.
Hold on
This
a
is true,
second.
but
That
the-
neck doesn't look like it's got an overhanging fretboard, fingerboard either. Go back down to that.
Really?
See that?
Yeah, you might be right on that.
You see that there? You see how you see the route? How the paint
look-
sunk into the side of it? You see how you can see the... I don't think that's an
crap.
overhanging fingerboard.
Oh, I wish we had a. Well, he's not going to show you a picture of that any more than he's going to show you the picture of the neck pocket where it hits the neck heel, because many of these needed a shim in the pocket to enable the neck to be raised up enough to have decent action with the Floyd, and lots of them came out of the factory with that shim in the neck pocket. Like a full neck pocket shim, not just one side. You know, similar to what StewMac sells. You know. So
I think that guitar is suspect.
oh, here we go. Can we?
Oh no,
can we zoom in
no,
on
you
that?
can see it. No, it's overhanging. It's
Okay.
overhanging. You can see where the
And that's
neck
reflection on
hits-
that side.
Yeah. No, it's got an overhanging fingerboard. It's still suspect though. I think that headstock suspect. That's just my opinion.
Well, it's definitely a sports neck, even with the thinner headstock. Now
It
remember,
looks like a frickin'
in those-
JK or a
in those
Focus.
early
Or a
days,
Focus. Yeah.
in those early days, that headstock,
I agree.
That headstock shape was used on Pacers also. I have an
Hell
83 Pacer neck. I have an 83 Pacer neck that is that shape. That came from 83.
Olsen.
If you ordered a Grail guitar in 83, but you didn't want the Grail, if you ordered a Pacer, you got the thinner headstock like that. So it's totally legit, I think, as far as the shape goes, because they had used both. They used both. So I think it's the right neck. I think it's legit. The parts, it's in rough shape, and the guy's asking a lot. If he had a fucking excuse my language, if he had if he had a perfect case and it wasn't as rough as it is,
Janice, did you get that?
then he could ask that, or maybe even a little more. But you know,
I wouldn't ask more for this.
well, like I said, if it was in perfect shape and he had a really nice case, But those are some things that are kind of. You're really looking at a refinish here. That's going to bring the price of the guitar down. The worth will go down with it. So, but I thought it was kind of interesting. I thought this was an interesting one.
That's a good one.
Yes. Yeah. Everybody clip that. All right. Very cool, man. Yeah. Little too much.
Eric,
I think.
Eric, what's your thoughts? Your thoughts, sir?
You know what? I guess he worked at Kramer because I went to college up there near Neptune at Monmouth University. So I remember when they were shutting the factory down, and I think it was it 90 or 91?
Oh, it was a kind of a drawn out thing with the lawyers and everything, but yeah, it was finalized by then.
Yeah,
They had the fire sale. Yeah.
yeah, I remember they were throwing things in the dumpster. One of the kids I was going to college with was coming in with just necks and bodies, and we didn't know how to put them together or anything. But I don't know. There's Kramers. I mean, I see them in the pawn shops around here and stuff, and they use so many different parts to put them together that you really have to do your research to see what's worth what. To me, if I find one in a pawn shop that's $300-400, as long as the truss rod's not screwed up or something, I'll take it home and play with it. And if I get bored, I'll sell it. I think one thing that changed was years ago, before reverb became really big. It was like you could find stuff like that on Craigslist and in pawn shops, and now nothing's really rare anymore. Just you just put Kramer and reverb, and there's hundreds of them. So that kind of takes away some of the excitement of finding one on Craigslist or whatever.
Yeah, you won't find one anymore because these pawn shops, they go directly to reverb.
Yeah.
And they go directly to eBay, find out what it's worth, and then they've got their price. There's not very rarely do you get good stuff anymore like that anymore.
Well, it depends on what year, because it'll come down to months or even weeks in production from the factory as to how much something is worth and how rare it is. So if you're finding Kramers that are like dirt cheap like that, chances are they're imports or strikers.
Oh yeah, they're focuses and strikers and stuff.
Focus isn't necessarily bad, but if you get into 87 Focus, stuff like that, they really went downhill with production at that point. But if you get the earlier Focuses, were really, really very good guitars.
Yeah,
I agree.
And what you want to do is, if you're going to see, you guys, the pawn shop with the best deals is the pawn shop that has no internet service. So they can't look the stuff up.
I tried that the other day. She pulled it up on her phone. I was like, damn.
Or get in a DeLorean and go back to the 90s. Then go to the pawn shops, and you'll get the Kramers for excellent deals.
Oh, yeah.
But the whole thing about Kramer is they just didn't make all that many guitars out of the Neptune. There was only like 10 of us. We didn't make that many guitars. So that makes them a lot more rare than like Fender or Gibson or whatever, because there's millions of those. And there's only like, in some cases, thousands or even hundreds of some of these Kramers that came out.
Do you still talk with, you worked with Paul Unkert then, right?
No, I came after Paul Unkert. I mean, I knew people at the factory in '82, and I was pretty involved in knowing what was going on then. But honestly, Edward didn't get me to work there till the beginning of '84, because they just didn't want to pay any money. I was like, no, I'm not working for $4 an hour, So they finally upped it to $5. I was like, okay.
Yeah, he lives like one town north of me. I've been in his shop a couple of times, and he's a really nice guy. He loves telling stories, and he had the Unk guitars that he did for a while that had the U-shaped headstock, and I went and bought a couple of those from him, and he's just a really good guy.
Nice.
Yeah, he's been on the show here a couple times.
Oh, cool.
Years ago, like when we first started doing these shows, he was one of the first guests.
Awesome.
Yeah, we had him on like twice in like a week. Yeah. All right. Let's see.
Is there another one? How many did you cough up, Robbie?
Robbie's got an
there's a
envelope to
few.
open.
There's a few.
There's two.
Yeah, and then
There's a
there's some
few.
necks. There's some necks too. Now here's one of the necks.
Yeah. Kramer neck, 1986 block, logo lefty, right, reverse.
Now this is a kind of saver because everybody here knows $300 for a Kramer neck, even if it is, an 86 three-piece, is cheap. That's like the deal of the century. But there's a problem with the shelf here. The guy says that it had been shimmed and worked well, but the shelf isn't quite even. There's problems with the shelf being even. If you're really good, you could probably repair it and reshelf it, because if we look here, the route looks a little bit suspect. But the most important part is the fingerboard. That where the fingerboard is and ends looks good to me, and that's really all that matters. He's stating that they went too deep because they went into the fretboard. That depends on which nut you use. If you're using one of the higher nuts, then it won't be that much of a problem. And you could probably use a shim and it'd be okay. Or what I would probably do is make a custom piece of wood and glue it in there and sand it in. That's what I would do.
That's what I would do.
It could be saved relatively easy. Now you're looking at it's a late 86 neck. This is almost 87 before they went to pyramid. Because of that route for the truss rod is like rectangular, so this is later on. It's a lefty neck, and they said, well, you could use it for righty, but remember, if you use this as a reverse on a righty guitar, you will not have indicator dots. And it is possible to drill and put your dots in. I don't go there. That's one of those things like, that I wouldn't do, because there's no way I'd be able to do it, really, really nice. But it's a good price. That's a good price, even for a three-piece, because remember, these three-piece necks, although they were glued together with three pieces of wood down the length, were not CNC'd. These are handcrafted also. So that's a big plus, even if it is a pointy.
Yeah,
and there's
Chris
a stain
King's
on
right.
the carpet
That's
too,
Oh,
Carpet.
or whatever that is.
that looks like particle board.
It really is a
press board.
That's a smoking.
Yeah, I think that's their.
That's a smoking deal. Heck, a little while ago, I probably would have bought this immediately because it's a very good deal. I mean, that's really probably a $700 neck there. He's asking for $300.
And it looks right-handed if you just look at it backwards.
But like I said, the drilling and putting in the dots for the, on top of the neck, that's not easy to do, man. I'm telling you, you could mess that up in a second. I wouldn't go there doing that.
Yeah, but anybody, if you can really play, you don't even need the dots.
Well, that's true
Right.
too. If you can do without the
Right.
dots, fine. But if you're putting it together for something that you might sell to somebody, you got to have the dots on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, So that would help the value if you could pull it off. It's a place I wouldn't go. Obviously, it was hanging on a hanger. Yeah, and you could see how the route looks a little bit messed up there, but I really
It
think
goes into the maple. You can see where it goes into the maple. Usually, there's just a little bit of rosewood left, so you can see how he's kind of hogged into the maple. So,
well, I think that it could be easily repaired, and my opinion is that this is probably a fire sale neck, because Kramer wouldn't have put it out the factory like that. That would be a reject.
yeah.
So that's my opinion, is that it's a reject neck that somebody bought at the fire sale, probably for not much. If they're only selling it for $300, they probably didn't pay much for it. So
Yeah. It's not even drilled for a Allen wrench holder.
Right, no tool pack. Yeah, it probably never even got to that point. And like I said, the big rectangular, that's the kind of route they used when they went with the dual action truss rods, which was later on. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I hate to say it, for the money, because when you say something like for the money, it's good, you're saying, oh, look, it's sold already?
Reds don't look bad.
Scan down. Look.
Somebody just bought it.
Damn.
Ron.
Sorry.
I didn't think it would last long. But...
Figured that'd work on
Wait,
the
I think
Farrington.
CC said he just got it in the mail.
Like, if you use a term like for the money, that always is kind of saying, well, I'm kind of like lowering my standard because, for the money I could get this, but if I wanted one that was really good, it would cost more. I mean, that's how I kind of look at that.
It's like, this really sucks, but for the money.
It don't suck as bad.
It don't suck for 300 so bad.
It doesn't hurt as much.
Say make offer?
It wasn't sold this morning, but I sent these early.
No, this piece is sold.
Yeah.
Chico?
I'm wondering.
Hey, that's not far from me.
I'm wondering if it's sold while we were on air.
No. Well, not since we looked at it. Yeah. No, when I opened it up just minutes ago, it had been sold already.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, you got to jump on these things. But for me, where I'm at right now, I mean, I'm good on guitars.
Peggy. Oh, Peggy. It wasn't Peggy. Or Mike.
I'm going to put it on the Farrington.
Oh, yeah. Oh, CC, there you are, man. So, CC, what's going on, man? You got a guitar? We're trying to figure that out. Wow. Yeah, so for the money. Not bad. Well,
if you were faster on the draw than I guess any of us.
Hey, Robbie, I just hey, Johnny, I just sent you one over on text. We've got to look at this. We've got to look at this.
Robbie's got an envelope to open first.
You want me to open that now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
I threw one thing in there for you, a little extra.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
I can't show the address. I can't show the address. As you can see,
It's
you can't see. You can't see the address. Okay.
Move your left hand.
No. We have X-Acto knife. He's got two big 63-cent stamps on here, so he really wanted this to show up.
Yeah, because the last one didn't. I got it back with no shims in the other one.
So we'll open this up here. I got this like Monday or something, and I've been waiting to open it. Whenever.
Thank you, Nelson.
Kind of thing.
Nelson, yeah, last night was awesome. Everybody involved in that was. Thank you so much.
Da, 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 da. And here we got these shims. These are the Floyd Rose shim for 10-inch radius neck. I like this. I like these because it's easier when you put the Floyd together. It's just one piece. You don't have to put the screws to them. And he's got 3 of them here. Look at this.
Nice.
That is nice.
Those are like mini versions of those things hanging behind you over there. Hey, you could put those on there and use them.
And Ron has given me one of these that I've put on several guitars, but have taken off, although one of them is on the guitar hanging on Hippie's wall.
Wait, how big is that? That's not for a guitar.
Yeah, you can put it, it's a billboard. You can put it on the guitar. In the old days, they would actually put these on or even paint it in.
Hey,
So-
Robbie, put that on your gong. Cover up that pasty symbol.
No, not going to happen. But thank you, Ron. I appreciate that. I like the sticker. I think I have one of these that I haven't used yet also. So nice, man. I like it.
I'm just glad they finally got there.
I might put that on the Lynch guitar when I get it back painted. All right. CC says, with the guitar that I sent him, and that's the 88 Charvel Model 2 that he bought for me, so I could buy the giant stand for the 38-inch gun. I think it arrived early. Wife said she found it sitting on the porch today. Unless someone sent me another guitar, it's the Charvel. Mr. Robbie Stingle sold me, a true friend to hook me up. Well, thank you, CC, and I know you really wanted it, and I sold it to you for what I paid for it. There's absolutely no attempt to make money off it, you know. And yeah, it's like perfect. The guitar is like perfect. It's mint. Everything's like brand freaking new. Everything's original, and that's what's so important, because everybody that gets one of these guitars puts another pickup in it, or changes, or adds something, or drills a hole for a coil split, or changes the bridge. This is all original with the chainsaw case. It hasn't been molested at all. And if you look for Model 2s, everyone you see is going to have something modified on it. So that's what makes that guitar probably worth, I would say, probably about $1,400 or $1,500 because of the shape it's in, and it's all original. And there you go. There you go, CC. Love you, brother.
Johnny, you get that?
I did. I just sent it to Robbie so I could find it. Here we go. Look at this. Oh my gosh.
All right. This sounds horrifying.
Well, that price. All right. Look at this, you guys. You guys, by the way, smash that thumbs up. We got 23 thumbs up, so we got 68 watching live. And if you guys want to win a Cabo Wabo guitar pick, participate in the chat.
My heart rate's going up right now. Robbie, we just talked about this 2 weeks ago.
Uh-oh. I'll brace myself.
What? Oh, one of the... Oh, the guitar. Oh, this is the official.
Thank you, Peggy.
Thank you, Peggy.
Oh, okay. Well, that's an awful lot of money.
Wow. EVH Van Halen Wolfgang Signature Limited Edition Tour Relic Ivory. $60,000 local pickup only.
Yeah.
Don't we know somebody in Ohio?
Yeah.
Ron.
Yeah. That's 2 hours from me.
Oh, well, go get it.
Or actually, it's like 45 minutes from my son.
Go grab it and bring it back. We'll look at it.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
sell your house and
I can sell my Hummer and buy that.
live in a tent.
Okay, so, yeah. Scroll through, Johnny. Can you or no?
What? Can I? Yes.
Scroll through it. Yeah, scroll it, yeah.
I can.
Looks kind of beat up for 60,000.
Look
The
at
guy's
that.
a second owner. He took the original strings off, changed the strings on it. He's a second owner.
Well, why would he keep the original strings?
I don't know.
Unless Eddie actually played it. If
didn't.
Eddie played it, he would have kept the strings on.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe?
Yeah. I think they built 20 of these, is what I remember reading. They built 20 of these, and they were 20 grand.
You're looking at a top dollar price here. I mean, you know, that's it. Oh, thank you, Not Visible. I actually do play the sound plates every time I have the Sunday Sounds, my Sunday show. I put that out about 10:30 in the morning on Sunday, my time.
Robbie time.
I love the sound plates. They're so rare and they sound so great. Thank
I
you
can't
so
wait to hear those mini sound plates he just got in the mail.
Ding, ding, ding.
They sound like this.
They are all three the same, so they would sound.
$60,000. Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Doctor or lawyer much?
Or Indian chief. And I can say that because I'm Native American.
Well, don't start singing half-breed, Johnny. I think they'll give you a strike.
Well, I don't think she's actually. Is she Indian?
Yes. Cherokee.
She is?
Yes.
I just watched that video today. It would
Wouldn't she be Cherokee?
Boo, hiss, boo.
We like to joke around a lot, Eric.
Look at that.
Look at that sports route.
Look at that spring on the left. It looks like they hogged out the side of the route to accommodate the spring.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to know. Yeah.
Round wood file.
You see where the side of that cavity is hogged out because of the spring? I mean, come on, man. Are you serious right now? Look at that.
Well,
I mean, a better picture of that?
Unless the original,
where it goes into the block, Johnny.
Unless the original's
no,
like
man. That's all CNC, man. Is that? I mean, oh, come
Absolutely.
on.
You'd see the steps and stuff. I mean, I look for that all the time in original bodies.
Yeah, that's all CNC, man.
Shop class.
Well, they're rare. They've sold for 20 grand to start, but you know, you're not gonna. That's not an investment at that price.
No.
You know, if you went.
It is signed by Ed. Hey, so stop right there. I do want to say that we talked about this a few weeks ago. And I said I could probably see one going for 50 grand. So then this one pops up. It's one of 20. See, okay, so I was right. It says, so this one pops up and I'm sitting there staring at it. And I'm like, okay, I could sell, off a bunch of guitars and go ahead and get this. And do you know what totally crapped me out about it? Say Eddie's signature. It doesn't look like his signature. Does it? I mean, I don't think it does.
It to me it does, but the reason you're saying that is because it's really small. And usually when you see Edward sign stuff, it's like on the top of a guitar, on the top of an album, and it's more spread out and there's more room. There, he's actually signing on a line. So I can see
my
that.
question, that kind of crapped me out, to be honest with you.
We need to call an expert in.
So it's totally legit.
I am the expert.
I'm just saying I wish his signature would have looked a little bit more like his signature instead of whatever that is right there. I guess my question is what's the number?
Which one is it?
What's the number on this guitar? It's totally legit, Chris King. Totally legit.
Yeah.
I just don't see you making any money off this.
Oh, no, he's making a grip.
Well, that's what this guy is doing. He's trying to make money off it.
Yeah, he is.
Anybody who buys it is not going to make money off it.
Good night, Martin. Thanks for coming by.
Good night, Martin.
All right, Martin. Thanks, man. See you later. My question is what's the number? What's the number? That case alone, that's cool, man. I'm not sure what's cooler, the case or the guitar. That's tough. What's the
Other
number?
words?
Yeah.
Other words. Does it say? It doesn't say the number of it, does it?
No.
Limited 20-piece run. I'm the second owner. But it doesn't say 20-piece. Like, like if you get one, do you know what? You wouldn't know which one is out of the.
You could
20.
probably contact Fender. You could probably call Fender and ask them. They'd probably tell you.
If you give them that serial number, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the
8
number
pounds,
right
11
there.
ounces. 8 pounds, 11 ounces, man. That's a heavy Wolfgang.
Yeah. So there's the serial right there. 03503A.
I don't know. I'd guess number 3.
Maybe.
I don't know.
What's the number, Johnny? Robbie, what's the number? Ron, what's the number?
What? WGO3503A?
Oh, what's the number on the guitar? What do you buy it for?
Oh,
What's the
no,
number?
I wouldn't touch
What's
it.
the grip?
I wouldn't touch it myself, but I'd say if you wanted to try to make money off that, I wouldn't go over 35. Even that's going to probably take years.
I think that's too rich for me, man. I put a number on it. I'm just seeing what your guys' number is compared to mine. So Robbie says 35. What do you think, Johnny?
I think free. You guys see the guitars I play.
Well, you do have a Lucido neck on that Ripley.
Yeah, but you're also a Van Halen guy, so you should know what you know.
Yeah, I couldn't help you out on that one.
So those sold for what? 20,000
Yeah.
originally? Yeah.
I do know. I think the Lost Jackson that for Randy that he never had. I think that sold for 195,000.
Hey, Eric, what do you think?
I don't know, man. I remember when Eddie passed, and I had a bunch of the EVH, the Circles, and all those guitars, the Stripe series that were, I don't know, what were those, 1,500 when they came out, or maybe not even that much. And I just really didn't think I was ever going to play them, and I would put them on reverb, and people would drive down from Staten Island, and I'd be like, dude, I'll give you a good deal on this. You're not a reseller. Like, no. I'm just an Eddie fan and I want it. And I would, sell it to him. And the next day it would be on reverb for $3,000. And I never quite understood that. I mean, if you would have told me that, I would have been cool with it too. But I never understood I don't know, man. I mean, it sucked when Eddie died, and I understand why the Wolfgangs, especially the PV stuff, went up in price. But this kind of stuff, I don't know, man. I'd rather trade stocks than try to make money off a piece of wood, but that's just me.
That's what my thought was. My thought was, okay, so my number was 20. If he wants his money back, I'll give him his money back. I'll do 20 grand on it, and I know he's not going to take it, but anything over 20,000, I got to think to myself, what other guitars could I have for $20,000?
You wouldn't, if he said you could have for 25, you wouldn't go 5 more?
Okay. But he's not going to. What I'm saying is if actually JP21 is a very close relative to me, and him and I were talking about it the other day. And we were talking about over text, and I was like, I think 20 is my number, because he probably got it for less than 20. He probably, well, maybe not, but anyways, I think 20 is my number. I was thinking about shooting him an offer at 20 grand and see what he says. Of course, he's gonna come back and say no, but he's got no offers. He's at 60 grand. I mean, I don't see that guitar going for 60 grand.
Oh, you get it. I'll pick it up for you.
I'd ship it.
But is anybody ever going to play it, or is it just going to be like it's strictly I want it and I'm hoping I can make money off it? Like, I guess I never understood that aspect of it. Like, spending that much money, and then it's like, wow, cool, and then but you never really play it because you want to keep it
Right.
whatever in sellable condition.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing with this is an official EVH guitar. It is a very limited guitar. But as far as we know, Eddie never played this actually. See, if Eddie had played this guitar and he had played it on stage and it was possibly signed, that's a different story.
Yeah, that's the Music Zoo had a whole bunch of those. I think they still do the Charvel ones that he hand striped in 2007, and those were before he died. I think they were trying to sell those for 20, and then now I see him for 60 to 100. Yeah, I mean,
and they can't sell them.
Yeah.
Yes, Ryan.
I think Charlie Sheen bought a bunch of them or something when they were being auctioned off, is what I heard.
Huh. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, like to your point though, Eddie hand striped those. He played them on stage. There's footage of him playing them on stage. Something like this, like, I don't know, it's cool and all, but there's no historical value to it, you know?
No, and you're never going to get that back for it.
No.
That's so much. I guess. What do you think, Robbie?
I don't know how much longer I can last, man.
Well, go on and get some rest, man. I don't want to keep you.
Well,
I know you're not feeling good.
You wanted me to comment on the listings I sent in.
Yeah.
You know, we could keep going on that. I got a little bit more.
Oh, were you not done? I thought you were done. I thought you said you only had 2. Oh, okay. Johnny, go back to those. I thought he only had 2.
There's a bunch of these
okay,
things.
let's go.
But some of them we can get to next time too.
Let's go.
Oh wow.
Well, there's
all right.
There's only a couple I really want to do. There's the Klein graphic guitar, and then there's a banana neck that the guy is claiming to be a sports neck, but it's really Lucido, so he's like screwing himself. Those are the only 2 I really wanted to talk about anyway.
Mm-hmm. Like the Kramer? Huh?
I still have my Kramer Klein guitar with the lips on it. It's in storage.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
I know a guy here locally that's got 42 Klein's guitars.
After I go, you can put that V up, that Focus, F4000. I think somebody was looking for one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have to comment on that. You guys can take care of it. And really, I think Grit can do the pointy necks too, the 3-piecers. I think he can do those. But yeah, this is interesting. Well, he's not asking all that much, but what this comes down to is the clear coat. Did this guy play it? Is that clear coat cracking? Is the clear coat damaged? Or did he never play it? If the clear coat is immaculate, it's worth every penny. But if it's all messed up from playing, it's not. So we have to kind of look a little closer, and I guess he's got some words here.
All original, no issues.
Look at the pictures to tell it for that.
Yeah. Super clean and very hard to find 1986 Kramer American Broder with factory Eagle Klein graphic. Yeah, I've never seen one of these.
Oh, I have, but I was at the factory.
You were there?
Yeah, I saw these coming out. Sure. They made a bunch of them.
Case has stickers on it.
Well, all right, we can see some of the clear here, and I'm not seeing any marks. But Floyd does look like it was played. It's a flat black, and they put the flat black Floyds on the higher end guitars. I'm not really seeing any damage so far in the clear coat. And this is a, obviously Seymour Duncan pickup with a shallow ring. They had the shallow ring left over. It makes it a little suspect there, Plus that year with the witch hat knob, that isn't quite right either. That thing should have had a knurled steel knob, I always do like the flat black Floyds, first runners. Okay, we got the signature, and we're not seeing any damage on the clear coat here, which is really, look at that, 48 out of 65 of them. Yeah, they made a bunch, huh? Yeah. I remember seeing these like a lot. It's a cool graphic, though.
It is cool how it's numbered, too.
Do we flip it over? Does it really let us see the... Okay, he's taking it apart. I got that. El Nico 5JB, that's pretty standard.
Ugh.
He takes the neck off, and there's no signatures, really. Nothing to indicate.
What does that mean? Does that mean Klein?
Probably.
The K?
No, that's the same writing that was inside my Beretta. Remember those pictures I sent you, Robbie? It was K and K.
Interesting.
Why did they take the neck off? That always bothers me because especially a guitar that's probably been put together for 30-something years. That wood and that steel set, and then you take those screws out when you put them back in. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
well, just to prove what it is, for the buyer.
Yeah, I guess if it's like a vintage Fender from the 50s or 60s or whatever, but something like that, like I don't know. Just feels like you've ruined the guitar, but I'm weird like that. So.
Let's see the back of it. Okay. And I'm not seeing any of the clear coat checking or the clear coat bubbling.
Right. Yeah.
Which is look
it's
at
got
that
that stabilizer in it.
Trem stopper. That's too bad, but it's original, and that's what we're looking at. We're looking at a collector's piece that you should never play. Put in a fucking case. Excuse my language again. Put it in a case and let it gain value. Because even at that price, it's going to be worth more the longer time goes by because there's not that many of them.
I've got a bag full of those stabilizers in the garage.
I hate those things, but in this case, I would leave it on. With everything original on this guitar because it's an investment. Well, properly done tool pack. That's nice. That's the 3-piece. You're not looking out with the transition neck on this. Well, it really looks, for a Klein graphic guitar, this is really in good shape. I'd have to go on the edge of, cross the line into it's legitimate. I know the case has stickers. Somebody probably played it. Here we got that's an E plate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's good. That's that's an 86 plate. So that all checks out. Now notice how well the screws are aligned in there. Everything's put together rather nicely. And there's no checking in the clear coat.
Mm-mm.
Dang it if that ain't. I think it's legit, and I think it's worth the money he's asking. But if you bought this thing for that kind of money, I wouldn't play it at all. I'd put it in like one of those glass cases you put on the wall, That's what I do with it. I would definitely not play it because, man, even touching that clear coat might make it spiral, and that was the biggest thing because he clear coated those with his airbrush. Those did not go back in the paint booth, and that's why the clear coat on these is always damaged when people play them.
Oh wow!
But I would say for a Klein graphic guitar, that would probably go normally in that shape, $4,500 if the case was a little nicer. That's probably a pretty good deal on that. And it's a good investment. It's not like something you're putting all kinds of money into to try to get your money back, because in a couple of years, that thing's going to be easily 4,500, if not right now. So, the longer
What about 60,000
No, no.
with all the checking?
Yeah. With a Klein graphic guitar, you do not want it to look weathered. No. You want it to be pristine. And this one is. I've got to agree. As far as the rare graphic goes, I don't think, that's all that rare. They did make a pretty good amount for the Kramer factory at that time. That was like, a big kind of production number on a guitar like this.
Well, it says, right? I mean, it says the exact number. There's 65 of those.
Right. So that was, in a factory when there's 10 people, 65 is a lot,
But for a guitar though, it's really not. I mean, only 65.
Right. I mean, it is rare to a certain degree, but it's not like, well, I don't know. Yeah, okay, I'll give it that it's rare. It's just my opinion from being in the factory when these were built. There seemed to be a lot of them they were made. Klein did graphics that weren't anywhere near that number.
Like you'd walk through a room and you would literally see 20 of those bodies hanging there.
Well, they put them on stands, like they didn't hang them. They had like guitar rack that they'd sit in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
on the one he did for me, the Lips one, it's one of one. He signed it one of a Klein.
Well, when did he do that?
I bought that in probably '88. I'm trying to find a picture of it.
What? You said one of one?
Yeah.
Where's it out? Break it out.
It's in storage.
Bust it out.
It's in storage.
Trade it for that.
Trade
Trade it for that other guitar.
No.
Plug it in. Let's hear it.
Brooks. They didn't really do the numbers like that. They were very varied in the amount of numbers, and a lot of the graphics he did were custom ordered. Kind of like what Ron's talking about. And then
so that's a custom ordered guitar that you got that?
Yeah. And it's signed. He signed it one of a Klein.
Right. So
one of a Klein?
That would be worth significantly more, and I would say yes, that is rare.
But you can see the clear on it though. You see some of the scratches.
Oh, so it's got the telltale.
It's not well. See, I made the mistake and I played it for about a year.
Oh
right,
no!
Yeah. So that brings
you
the
played
value
a guitar.
down.
Yeah.
But I think it offsets on the rarity of the graphic that was done though. So I think
it doesn't look good in that photo, but I mean it's in storage in Springfield, Ohio right now.
Don't try to fix the scratches. Whatever's done's done. You're gonna go right through with that. That clear coat is very fragile.
Yeah, if that's airbrush clear coat, you try to buff that, you're gonna burn right through it.
Yeah, so I wouldn't even use scratch checks on a rag lightly. I would totally just not touch it.
Now I may have the last body he painted once his daughter goes through his stuff, because I paid him for another body with skulls and stuff on it, and he told me he had it done, and then he died.
What are you eating?
What is that?
Green apple with caramel.
Oh wow!
So nobody said there was going to be cake. Why do I never get any cake?
So, but what his daughter said when she goes through, because she still hasn't went through his shop, and she's going to send me pictures of what she could find, and then she'll said if it's one of them that's for me, she'll send it to me. So I may have one of the last ones he ever painted before he died, but. The best part was he'd had cataract surgery about 2 years prior to that. So his detail got a lot better again.
Right. Don't ever play that. Put it in a hermaphrodite, whatever sealed container, you know.
Mm. It was $600 for the he supplied the body and the paint.
Well, worth it. If you do get that, and it's in a shape that it should be, it's easily worth probably $1,500 right now, with him dying. I wouldn't do a thing with it, man. I would.
Yeah, I didn't plan on. I like you said, I thought about building a case just big enough for the body, and I have little LED little spotlights and go around it and hang it on the wall.
Way to go, man! Absolutely, that's a super investment for later down the road.
And, you know, put a little note in there that this is one of the last of the Kleins.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
I don't want to, you know, harass his daughter over time-wise going to go get it, but she did, you know, promise me that when they go through everything, she's going to start sending me pictures. And because we was trying to decide on it, and then I told him just surprise me with skulls. So then I got a message from him where it was done, and then he died like a week or two later.
Wow.
Oh, wow, man.
I still got his voice message on the phone.
Oh my gosh.
He's got a YouTube channel, but he only did one video. He's doing the Marilyn Monroe, and he's using a bunch of stencils, and that was before he had the cataract surgery, which is why he was using all the stencils. But he does have a YouTube channel. That's the only one video on it.
He did a lot of Marilyn Monroe's too.
Hey, I talked to Jeff LeBar on Messenger, and he told me that he still had his Marilyn Monroe from the "Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone" video. He said that was one of the few Kramers he had left with the Marilyn Monroe.
Didn't he die recently?
Yeah, like a couple years ago, right?
I don't think it's been that long.
No?
Yeah, I think it's less than 2 years.
Well, that's a couple of years.
I like Jeff LeBar.
Less.
Oh.
He's just being argumentative, Johnny. It's okay. It's a crab apple.
Because we talked about that on one of these shows when he passed away. We talked about it. I think it's been over a year. We know.
That's Eddie said that they didn't do a memorial for him because he just didn't mean that much. He was being nice how he said it, but he was telling the guy it called because the guy was a big fan of LeBar's. And wanted to know why they didn't make a big deal or some kind of memorial, something for him. And Eddie just basically said he wasn't that big of an influence. He wasn't that big of a deal to have that, which I couldn't believe.
That's too bad, man. Dad. I thought Jeff LeBar was cool, man. He's a cool dude.
Long Cold Winter is a fantastic album. Didn't John Paul Jones produce that?
I believe you are correct, sir.
Dang it, I love Zeppelin. Woo!
July of 2021, he passed away. It's been over 2 years.
There's nothing like the sound of two Marshall Major Plexi 200-watt amps. Yeah, man, Paige, that was stunning. Yeah, Madison Square Garden, man.
Mm-hmm. Regional. Thank you so much.
My sister actually saw that concert. Unbelievable.
Wow.
What other options are there, Robbie? Anything?
Oh, we got another neck going. And then
what about a Focus?
I'll hand it over to you. You could do. I got time for if you want to put the V up there. Here we go. Somebody out there was looking for a guitar like this, but this was even better because it's one of the first ones. And I think the one he wanted had 3 pickups. This only has 2. This has 2 humbuckers. I don't remember who it was, but this is an exceptionally good year for a Focus guitar, and this is pretty darn rare. You talk about rare.
Johnny wants that blanket it's laying on.
And the price on this is really, really good. You're talking a price that they're selling 87 Focuses for, and here you got this thing. You got your Schaller high output pickup. That's a 16-point pickup there. You got your speed knobs on there. And, of course, the ESP. So totally made by ESP, body and neck. This is a really nice guitar. And if whoever was looking for I think he was looking. Was he looking for the Focus 4000? It was a couple or a few weeks
Who?
ago. So I can't remember.
Somebody in the chat was saying
I
that?
remember
Yes,
that.
yes.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah, some guy was looking for a Focus. Yeah, or he had a Focus 4000, and you said, "Is that the Flying V?" And he said, "Yes."
Right. He was
In the
looking for
chat.
another one. He had one and he lost
Oh,
it, or he
okay.
wanted another one. Yeah. So if he's watching, here it is, man. You know. So whoever you are, and I'm sorry I can't remember your name. Yeah. Cool guitar, great price. This is a keeper. Even if if somebody else wants to get it, yeah, they put some crazy tool pack on it, but I mean, yeah, this is a really good one. The price is really good. This is
that tremolo.
That's 1,500. You know,
You could get that off.
right? And it's got the it's got your go-to tuners on there. It all looks correct to me. Nice one-piece neck. Of course, the fingerboard is glued on, but the rest of the neck's one piece.
Yeah, somebody buy this right now.
This is a very good guitar. It's not sold yet, which now we have a couple that are sold by the time.
Where is this at? This is in New York.
New York.
Marcellus.
They're one of my favorite sellers on there. I got them saved.
Marcellus?
Yeah, well, because I saw the Breathe Easy Return to Accept that they put that on their sale.
Oh.
Yeah.
Start spreading the news.
I'd soak that tremolo in some rusty bat.
But man,
WD-40?
Yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one. I mean, you guys know, if it's a good one, I'll tell you. And it's not the Kramer version, but it's not Neptune, but this is quality. This is very much quality here. And it's in good shape. It looks like it's in really nice shape. You don't have to do a dang thing to this.
Mm-hmm. Right?
Sky Prop's trying to con me in that Lori's here. Now, Sky, Lori
I'm not calling her this time because she yelled at me last week.
I told Lori I didn't even bring the guitar out tonight, man. I don't feel up to it at all. She knows. Yeah, she knows.
Skyprop, you should create another account that says Lori. That's what you should do. You really want to. What if everybody in the chat? It's nothing but Lori's. Robbie'd be singing the rest of the night.
New York.
Hey man, CC, no problem. CC helped me with my radiator. He got me onto his automotive account, which is nationwide. Campbell Automotive is a powerful thing, and the car's running cool. I still have that transmission coolant leak. I hope I'm strong enough tomorrow to get under the car. I have to try to fix it, but it's not leaking all that much. I mean, I could drive the car. I was going to keep checking the levels, but he helped me out a whole lot. He threw in 2 gallons of pure antifreeze, which you can only get if you're an auto parts repair place. They don't sell that to the public. And a tube of black Permatex also. And it was $165 for everything. The aluminum radiator, and he threw that in too. And yeah, he helped me out. And I just PayPal'd him the money, man. It was great. He helped me so much, man. Okay. Well, this ain't the neck I was looking for, but it won't take long. All right. This is the Pacer American, and it has the maple fingerboard. And it's a 3-piece, so that that fingerboard is, I believe, glued on because it's a 3-piece. I would imagine it's glued on. Yeah, no sun on stripe. But this is a rare-ish neck. Yeah, I know it's a pyramid logo. It's like 87 or whatever. Might be even later. But, this is good. You can see at least it has the right truss rod end on it, unlike that other one with that who knows what end was on that. And it's pricey. but it's maple, and maple gets more. Maple does get more. Is this coming out of Uplander?
You're gonna need to level those frets.
Oh, that's not a problem. I don't worry about that. That's not a problem for me. They're not even really dented much. And I prefer a lower fret anyway. I mean, I do. Now, Edward back in the day liked a low fret. You know, that was back in the, you know, when he was at the factory and all. But I do. I like them. It just makes it faster. You know, but this, for that money, and it's Uplander, he might deal with you on this too. If you're building a guitar, this would not be a bad neck to have. It's not CNC'd. It's going to have a really good feel to it, you know? So this would not be bad. You know, I know it's a pointy. I know I'm a neck snob. It's got to be, you know, ESP, non-tilt banana, and all that for me now. But if you're building a guitar, this would be a very good neck to put on there. It's going to play really well. And even it's true that Kramer was sending Edward pointy guitars that were striped to play.
Pointy neck, pointy headstock guitars.
Right, pointy headstock, exactly.
Oh, yeah, there's photos of them, yeah.
They even sold one for a crap load of money not too long ago, you know. So, yeah, this is worth it. I know it seems like a lot, but it is worth it if you really wanted a really good neck to. It's gonna, you know.
Mm-hmm. Regional, all good, man.
Oh, Crimson! I think that once he left Kramer, he used a lot of different frets and a lot of different things. All I can speak for is when I was there, when he was there. Yeah, and that's what I do. That's my little world I live in. But that was cool. And that didn't take long. Thank you, Johnny. Because it's the banana one I want to look at, really.
The 1985 Banana R2?
I believe so.
Oh, yeah. Look at this.
Johnny Skyprop just asked how the Beretta turned out. I guess he missed the show. The Beretta's done.
That's beautiful. You did a great job on that.
Look at that.
That's a beautiful guitar. 1986. The same body I have on mine with the neck I pulled out of the dumpster. Yeah.
You get your guitars out of the dumpster?
Well, as long as Edward had a phone call, I did.
Oh my
Inset backplates, right, Robbie?
Yeah, that's a rare guitar. That's a definitely rare guitar. It's at 2 months. They only did that for 2 months. And it's the same body I have on mine.
It plays fantastic.
You sound happy.
It plays fantastic.
And how much was that one?
I got it for $12.50.
Oh my gosh.
And the case is
$12.
The case is immaculate too.
It is.
Right now, that guitar that he's holding is $2,500 all day long. And that's a deal. That's a deal for that. And if he waits, which he'll never get rid of it, but if he did,
it's so cool.
If he waited 5 years, that thing is going to be worth, $5,000.
It's going
Absolutely.
nowhere.
And you might even get $5,000 for it now.
It's going nowhere. She's going to stay here with me.
I'm glad you're happy with it, and I'm glad that I was able to help you find it.
Oh, you definitely... No, I had seen it. That's kind of cool how that all worked out, because I had seen it, and then we talked about it on the show. And then I offered the guy an offer, and he waited until like 1 minute before it expired. Like, I thought he wasn't going to take the offer. And then he waited like literally 1 minute, and I was like, "Why wait so long?"
Wait a minute, 40. I just noticed something behind you. That Edward poster, the one where he's jumping.
Yes.
It's not autographed,
Right
is it? Yeah.
I wish.
Because I know somebody that's looking for one of those signed.
Well, good luck finding one of those posters alone. That's a very difficult poster to find now.
You
By
mean
itself.
you mean as an originals
original.
print?
As an
Because
original print.
I found the original photographer, and he is selling prints of those.
Oh, well, then I guess mine's not worth any money anymore.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, and actually, he did the Randy too. The same photographer did both. He's selling prints of those. The photographer is.
Oh, Dakota, that's so sweet of you. You know, I mean, Ernie Ball did try to map out that neck and digitally recreate it, and they, you know, punched it out on the CNC, and that's probably why Edward kept playing the Kramer neck till it was like totally beat the crap. You know, they tried, they did. You know, and I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that the ESP,
Wait a minute.
ESP,
Dakota's saying, I love the neck profile of the EVH Music Man. Haven't played one yet. What? So you love it, but you've never played it? Is that what you're saying?
That just doesn't make sense.
I love the neck profile. Because I have one. I actually have one of those guitars. I loved the neck profile of the EVH Music Man from Ernie Ball. Haven't played one yet. But I...
Well, give him a break. Give him a break here, man. Dakota's pretty devoted, and he loves the music, man. That's what his era, you know. So I mean, it's cool. I mean, if that's what he likes, that's good. Crimson is saying, what was the best year for Pacer Beretta style, and what did I do at Kramer? Well, 82. I'll do the second half. I'll do the second half first. At Kramer, I started out milling shelves and nutting guitar necks. Mostly the first tilteds that came out with the transparent logo that you really couldn't see. You know, you could if you look closely. Before they went into the solid.
How many guitars had the transparent logo on them? Because when I've seen those, when we look at those listings, I'm always thinking, oh, that's just faded. No, but you're saying they actually released guitars like that?
Yes, there's probably a couple hundred like that before they straighten out that problem.
But so those are rare.
Yeah, they are. But after that, they moved me to the neck room where I dressed necks. I would dress sand crown and steel wool the guitar necks, and I do some piecework on the weekends, buffing, because they could get enough guitars buffed. And, you know, it was all hands on deck. Like when we were doing the Sammy guitars, everybody was assembling. They wanted them out fast, and we were all doing assembly and stuff for that. So, that's what I did. Now, the best year for Beretta has to be 83 with the Grail guitars, the ESP non-tilt, you know, custom 48th Street necks. Best neck totally ever that Kramer ever used. Followed by the 85 Lucido. Now, if you get an 85 Lucido, which we've got a neck coming up that we'll see, you see one. That I always thought was the best neck. You know, the one I took out of the dumpster I was supposed to break. For the longest time, I thought that until I actually got the Grail neck, then I really experienced that one. And it was better. But I would have to say, you know, an 83 Grail guitar, if it's real, you're going to pay probably $15,000 or $20,000 for now. You know, so the next step after that would be like what Mr. Grit has, the 84 with the tilted neck, even though it's a sports neck. It's similar to the one that Octopus had, or even the one we looked at earlier. That was a very good year too. You're not going to get the action as low as you could with the ESP Grail or the Lucido necks, but it still plays wonderfully, and the sound is great with the El Nico 2 pickup, even though it's a maple body from sports. I would have to say those are the best years, followed by 1985 with the Lucido necks and the ESP bodies. Those are the years. If you're looking for one and you really want to get a good one, that's the ones. Your Lucido necks are going to have the month it was made stamped on the heel, and usually the month is in French because they were out of Canada. So yeah, if you're really serious and looking for like the best years, that would be it.
Nice.
Hey, Johnny, some people are asking for a link to the poster, to the reissue of those posters.
I will find that for you guys.
Oh, MPN, Michael, I think what you did is wonderful with that. Yeah, you have the 84 reissue body, but it looks really good. Looks like you're having fun playing it. Looks like you're in love with it. It's a beautiful neck. You got a great Floyd. That's an 84 Floyd that we got from Stigatsu for you. A flat black first run Floyd. Proud of you, buddy. I love that guitar. Great job. Just had to throw
Guy,
that
thanks, man. Thanks, Guy Prop. Yep. Thanks.
Another listing?
You okay, Robbie?
Yeah. You guys got me kind of going here. I think I got some adrenaline going, but
Oh boy.
No, not rant adrenaline or anything.
Oh,
but,
okay.
I'm pretty whooped, but yeah, this is the one. This is the one I've been waiting for. Well, let's just look at this. Now, you guys are pretty schooled. You've been watching me do this stuff for a while, so you guys are pretty.
It wouldn't be a sports neck with an R2.
No, and that's a very good observation. Very good, very good, Mr. Grit. And he's saying it's a sports neck because I think he thinks the sports necks are rarer. But they flipped this puppy over.
There's
and
no
look at that heel. Yeah, no scarf joint.
Yep. So that's a Lucido, right?
That is a Lucido neck. This is better than sports. This is so much better than a sports neck. And you can, and there's proof.
That's a different neck than what was on that other guitar earlier.
Yes, this is the Lucido headstock shape. This is the shape that Gibson got when they bought Kramer. And all your specials have this headstock shape. They did not ever get nobody ever got the headstock shape that Paul Unkert made. Edward would not let that go. No one got that. Fender had to buy Hamer and their headstock to make their 5150 line, from Fender. Yeah, he would not let that go. But there's proof here. Yeah, it looks like the tool pack was in the right spot. You got your typical Lucido glue areas. No scarf joint. And then when we get to the heel, that's when we really know. This is basically a one-piece neck with the pieces of the banana glued on at the end of the headstock. The rest of the neck's one piece, of course, except for the glued on fretboard, it being rosewood. There it is. You see that, folks? That's a Lucido identifier. 1985, that neck was made. Yes. This is a beauty. This is a beauty, folks. This is the neck you want. If you can handle rosewood fretboard. The price actually is fair. If you can get them to come down, that's even better. But 85 Lucido bananas are getting so hard to find now. And, yeah, this is a very, very good neck. This is I'm excited about. I don't know if that's a reflection or what. Has to be.
What's the number on it?
Man, what's he want for shipping?
Let's see.
He's got best offer on it.
$50 shipping.
My goodness, $50 for a neck?
That's not bad.
No,
that's not really bad. It's a little high, but it isn't bad. I would say I would say it's worth what he's asking, but he's saying best offer. If you could get this for, 600, you're doing really well. This is another one that if I was still in the game making guitars, I'd probably buy. And like now, because this thing is not going to last.
Should I do it?
Go for it, Johnny.
Should I do it? Buy it now.
Put it on your Beretta Special. Put it on your Vega-Trem.
Somebody changed my lights 100 times. Actually, it'd be 1,000 times.
Well,
No,
it's like
that's too much for me, but
like Don said, what year Beretta body is that? If it's a Fender, and it's even, the specials, they have a 2 1/4 inch neck pocket. This will not work with that. That is a 2 3/16 neck pocket. But ooh la la, I like this one. I was actually excited when I saw this.
buy.
This is a nice one.
Somebody buy this right now.
I'd offer, if he's $699, I'd offer the 600, and if he balked, I'd go to 650, because it's worth the $7.
Offer him 8.
With free shipping.
There you go.
Yeah. Clip that, Janice. What?
I didn't like really go too hard through the listings, but honestly, there hasn't been a lot out there. It's getting really hard.
That next in R2, CC.
Hit it, CC.
It's barely playable. I disagree. All you have to do is dress it, and you'd be good. You backbow it before you dress it, and then you make it straight. That thing's not going to move. I can vouch for that. I have Lucidos that I've done that too. And again, this is handmade out of Canada. This is a very high quality neck. You'll never get a fret sprout or anything out of this. What would I use it for? Basically, it'd be a great neck for a Beretta or a Voyager or a Vanguard, if you could find a Condor, it'd be a great neck for Condor also. Or if you want to do the Pacer thing. Now, I don't like the pickguard guitars because the route for the bridge pickup's too close, to the Floyd. But yeah, the frets look rough. But with what I do, because Blue's saying the frets look rough, but with what I do, that would not be a problem. I would sand it out. I'd backbow it first, then I'd sand it. No need to level, because I don't want it level. I want the frets to be lower in the middle, so I can make the neck straight, and the relief is sanded in. And then I'd crown it out and steel wool the absolute piss out of it. And that's what Edward told me to do that day in the factory when he was like, got the Billy Connolly's 5150, and he immediately disassembled it. He didn't even take the string tension off. He just took the drill, and brings it into the neck room, and I'll never forget it. He's like, backbow the hell out of this. Sand the crap out of these frets. Make these crown lines as thin as you can get them, and then steel wool the crap out of it. And he's like, yeah, use at least 5 pads of steel wool on it. That's what I did. And man, everybody in the neck room, we dressed every neck like that from now on. And we got like hardly any redresses at all. Because I used to get redresses all the time. It was like I wasn't exactly the best neck dresser in the room. But after that, stuff sailed out the door. It was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Edward thought of that. I got to give him credit. Edward thought of doing that. And
That's cool, man.
That's just part of the genius that was Edward, like wax potting a pickup, using an Eleco 2 magnet to get the right kind of feedback you want out of them. You know, Marshall Plexi head. These things were genius.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was. People didn't think he knew what he was doing. I mean, the people at Kramer, they're, oh no, we have to level and we have to do this and we have to address it proper. And you know, that's why I had to go to me. You know, do this. You know, I'm like, hell yeah. You know, of course. You know, because people like they're like, well, if you address an A, you have to level it. You got to use this tool to make each or every fret is exactly level to each other. All the frets have to do is be relative to each other. It's the fret before and the fret behind. That's what counts. It's not like all these frets down the neck. So that way you can do that. You can sand that relief in the middle and make that straight, and that works.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing that forever, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we even got confirmation from we had the guy from Tom Anderson, Brett was here.
And said, Brett Gould. He was on with us, yeah.
And he told us, yeah, Tom Anderson told him to do it that way. That's the first ever confirmation I got on that. That was great to hear that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was cool. That should do that.
Hey, thank you guys for doing these listings early, you know, and let me go through them and stuff and all that. I appreciate that. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you guys all promised me you're going to keep rocking tonight.
Well, right? I'm not sure if we're going to be able to carry on without you, pal. Are you leaving us?
Yeah, I'm pretty done. I'm pretty done. But no, I got a lot of appreciation for all you hanging in there and stuff.
Of course.
You know, and doing this stuff. And
I'm just glad you came on, man. I mean, you weren't going to come on tonight, so thanks for coming on.
Well, I mean, you were talking to me pretty hard about it, and you were just like, you know, no, I can't do it. And I was like, oh, 40, I think you could do the listings, you know.
No, I just don't want to do it without you, pal. You know what I'm saying? But hey, but if you are leaving, so is Reginald. Reginald said that he's got better things to do. Reginald, enjoy your evening, sir.
Thanks for stopping by, Reginald, you know. And, hey, you're welcome, Chris King, Akadaka, you know. Hey, my knees hurt. This guy is fabulous. He's covered one of my songs. He did a cover of Downhill Road to Death. He's the only one so far to cover one of my originals. And he sent me a great pick holder and a watercolor that's just amazing. And thank you so much for that, you know. And Not Visible,
mm-hmm.
man. Not Visible, you rock, man. You're great, too. You know, Peggy, yeah, you know, I just got to, like, rest and try to get my stuff done. Sky Prop, yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for the love. I really appreciate all you guys' support and stuff, you know, and I like to get out here and tell you about the stuff I find. And, you know, like I said, you know, thanks, Lewis. Everybody say goodbye to me. And, you know.
It was nice knowing you, Robbie.
We're gonna miss you, Robbie.
I'll be back.
Is this the Robbie goodbye show?
No, it's just, you know, I'll see you.
We've actually had people just like leave and we never saw them again. That's happened.
I'm not gonna do
Well, that's
this.
weird.
I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, Michael, I will.
Everybody type bye, Robbie.
Goodbye, Robbie.
Hey, JP, thank you. You know, Blue, yeah, it's good to know you.
He'll be calling me in 20 minutes.
Yeah. and I'm gonna be I'm gonna miss you most of all, Scarecrow.
It's gonna take me 20 minutes to stand up and start to move, but you know. Yeah, man. Yeah, Crimson, you're cool too, man. Everybody here has been really good, and I appreciate you guys wanting to know about the older Kramer stuff. And I thought about it. I thought about it, 40 Grit. You know, if you pick listings that are more in your wheelhouse, like you could pick Kramers from like '86, do the pointy stuff. You know about that pretty well. I think you could handle that. You know. So I got confidence in you. I got faith in you.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
You know what you're talking about. Thanks, Larry. You know.
That's Will Riker's brother, Larry.
You know, it was really nice to meet you, Eric.
Thanks, you too, man.
It's really cool that you were around Neptune when I was there. It's nice.
I don't know if I was. I grew up in upstate New York, but I went to Monmouth University, which was right up the road from Neptune, from '91 through '95, and I think the Vaccaro brothers are doing something again too. Every once in a while, they pop up. I've seen some stuff online that they're trying to do new guitars or something.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
they are. They're starting a brand new company.
Cool.
Nice, man. This is really good to meet you. And yeah, tell these people some of your stories, man, your brother, and some history about all this stuff. I'm sure they'd be interested.
Hey, man, I'm wide awake, so.
That's cool. Well, I guess I'm signing off. Major Tom, this is ground control. Your circuit's dead.
Later, Peter.
Oh, I guess I got to give you at least a gong out of 30. Not like I'm going to hit this 32 or anything. Whoops.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'll hit the 30 here. My 30 from 1978.
What does your upstairs neighbor think of that, Robbie?
I don't have an upstairs neighbor. Oh, hey, not visible's out there. No, this one will be for him. Oh.
We're at the beginning of Metallica.
Those sound plates ring forever.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Les,
I
just
love
head
it, but you
down.
can't come in.
I just love that. It's still ringing, man. It's like, it goes up.
That's what she said.
The sound plates are probably about a 1/4 inch thick.
You can still hear it ringing.
Yeah.
My ears are ringing.
Those little
who
plates
was
sound
that?
pretty good.
That's Johnny trying to be funny, G. Like somebody's trying, the police are here.
Wait a minute. No, I saw you. What happened to that lollipop?
It's gone.
Yeah, that's it. 1/4 inch bronze.
It's gone.
Yes, sir.
I have more.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Robbie. The police are here. Hang on.
Ready?
Ready.
Hi, this is Andy Summers, and you're watching Johnny Bean TV.
But wait, there's 2 more police, Johnny.
What?
He was
There's
stung.
There's 2 more police. I know you know at least one of them, Stuart Copeland.
Oh yeah. No, I do. I don't have his channel ID yet.
I'm going to try real hard to do tomorrow's Sunday Sounds, and I'm going to do the beat from Give Me All Your Lovin'. I know it's not very complex, but I was going to try to do some rototoms with it too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that'll be interesting, man.
Yeah,
looking
man.
forward to that.
I've been studying the video.
Is that Johnny Bean?
It's hard to watch that because of the girls and
Is
you
that
know,
Johnny Bean?
DC Top doing the
Oh,
you know.
wait.
You still live in San Francisco?
Yep.
Yeah. I'll close with that. We haven't seen that.
We know each other.
Or do you guys like hang out or?
You guys have that
hang
memorized.
out?
What's going on?
Yeah, they do have that memorized.
You guys like hang out?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
We'll be hanging out in November, actually. It'll be
I
awesome.
just did that new ID to get him the hell away from me.
Actually, he told me he charges for those. He's like, I
Oh.
charge for those, but then he doesn't
How much?
charge me for them.
Robbie Krieger charges for his autograph. Guitar player for the
Oh.
Doors.
Boy.
Way to go, Knees.
Where? You mean if you write to him?
No, if you see him
Or if you just
somewhere
bump
and ask-
into him?
Yeah, ask for an autograph. It's $5. He won't sign unless you give him $5.
That's not bad.
I liked his guitar playing, but I heard it so early in my life. You know, right when the albums came out, my dad had them and brought them home from New York. Right when that vinyl was still hot.
I got to see them in Pittsburgh when I was 5 or 6 years old. My uncle took me. Of course, I don't remember much, but I can say I actually saw the Doors live.
Well, it's probably because you were high on dope.
Well, not at 5 or 6. Not
So you
ever.
don't-
You were from a contact buzz.
You don't remember any of it? Or I would think you would remember
I-
something.
Yeah, I remember the stage and seeing Jim up there, but I mean, as far as more details, no.
Yeah.
I just remember thinking it was weird because Jim didn't move much. He just kind of stood there, and he would do all the scream and stuff. Then he would just like hit the ground. Like I remember thinking, what happened? I do remember that much.
Wow. How close were you to the stage?
Probably about 35 yards away. Wasn't that far. My uncle was 19 and he took me.
Jeff T says something I never thought I'd hear. It's hard to watch because of the hot girls. Oh, I kept trying to hear the drum rolls, and all I got is,
Wait, what video was that?
Give
Me All Your Lovin'?
Yeah.
I remember those videos.
Yeah.
They were on MTV all the time when.
You can't be, John. That was up before you were born.
Well, yeah, I wasn't alive yet, but I heard about it.
Oh, you guys are killing me, man. Oh, you're killing me.
You said your hip was killing you.
That too, yeah. I'm basically done. All right. I'm heading out.
All right, dude. Have a good night.
You too. Goodbye, everybody.
See you, pal.
Peace out.
See you later, Robbie.
Bye-bye.
Oh, hey, Lori.
Hi, Robbie.
Oh, well. Watch this. Now the entire chat leaves. Everybody. But look, we got people saying hi to Eric. Eric, you got people here, man.
What's up,
EJ.
man?
Look
Yeah,
at this.
EJ.
Kim. Kim is here.
I think she's on something. Look at her eyes.
Oh my goodness. Look at that. Welcome.
Skyprop's leaving because Robbie left?
Yep.
All right.
He's leaving.
Later, Sky.
I understand.
See you Monday night on the VT. That's Steelers on Sunday. Or Monday night. And since you guys beat us last week, we got to beat.
We did?
Yeah, San Francisco beat us last week. We got to beat the hell out of Cleveland this Monday.
Wait, what team is that? What sport?
Football. 49ers beat Steelers.
San Francisco. Oh, okay. I was thinking Raiders, and Raiders is Las Vegas now. They're not here. So.
Not visible. Yeah, I was thinking. I'm looking at you and think you put long hair on, paint your face. You're the Ultimate Warrior.
I've heard that before.
You do. You look like him in the face, really.
I used to have long hair. They called me the Deflated Warrior because I was only like 140 pounds. But I actually was the Ultimate Warrior for Halloween in 1992. I put the things on my arms and the makeup and the whole deal.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Hellwig.
Yeah, good days.
Were you a big fan of his?
The Warrior?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked him because he was like all jacked up on steroids, and he was a lot of those guys just they didn't. I always liked the bad guys, man. I liked Roddy Piper. I was never into Hulk Hogan. I used to write letters to Roddy Piper all the time, telling him, "I know everybody hates you, but I really like you." And he never wrote back. But then he did those really cool movies, man. He did John Carpenter.
Yeah, that's it.
Amazing movie, and he did another one called Hell Comes to Frogtown, which is not as well known, but same thing, kind of a nuclear war.
Okay. I thought that was one where there's one where he's a bartender too.
Oh, I never saw that one.
It's some kind of like paranormal type movie.
Oh, okay.
And ends up being he's the ghost.
Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, Hell Comes to Frogtown. There's like a nuclear war, and there's a whole race of giant frogs that take over the planet, and he's got to go in there and rescue virgins from the frogs.
Hey, there we go.
My kind of movie. I don't know if
I'm here to kick ass and chew gum, and I'm all out of gum.
Yeah. The John Carpenter movie is great. I mean, wow. I remember watching that in like 10th grade and thinking,
oh, that's him?
Yeah.
That's him? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know that one.
Or he walks into the bank.
Yeah, he's wearing the glasses, and he can see like
Yes.
That's Roddy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I could tell you from working with WWF. Well, back then it was WWF. The Ultimate Warrior. They had like 500 or 550 pounds on a bench, and like 30 minutes to 15 minutes before he went out to wrestle, he just stayed there and just pumped till he couldn't do it no more, and then. I never saw him do steroids or anything, but the way he would come through when Jimmy the Mouth of South Hart was his manager before he left WWF. He came in through the double doors one day and he shut the door. He goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you the baddest son of a bitch in the WWF." And he ran, and I thought the doors blew off the hinges. The Warrior just come running through the door. They smashed open. And he went and ran into the lunch line, got lunch. But and when he was backstage, he ran everywhere. Just like, he was the only one that ran out to the ring the whole time.
Cocaine.
And he did that backstage too. Like damn. I worked for him when there was Earthquake and Tugboat, and at the end of Andre the Giant's thing. I said that one night on here is talking about one of the last times I saw Andre. We had to help him out of his chair and into the scissor lift, and they drove him down to the ring.
Remember when he was on the $6 Million Man as Bigfoot in the 70s?
And that stupid tunnel thing that spun. Yeah, I remember that. That's way before you, John. You probably don't know who the $6 Million Man is.
Actually,
Steve Austin. They could rebuild him, make him better than he was.
Yeah, but I'm on TikTok, by the way, and I see a lot of clips. For some reason, I don't know, this account that I follow, they post a lot of clips of the Bionic Woman from the show.
Lindsay Wagner.
Lizney Wagner, yeah. And so there's a lot of clip. I see a lot of clips from those shows, and apparently he was on the show. They must have brought him on later.
They were like off and on. People wanted to see the Bionic Man and Bionic Woman get married and all that.
Yeah, so there were episodes with them together.
I just wanted to see Linda Carter run around.
That's Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Yes.
I have Lindsay Wagner's autograph, actually.
Uh-oh.
My mom ran into her in Atlantic City at a poker table in the 80s and just said, well, aren't you the Bionic Woman? And she wrote her name on a napkin. I have it in my lockbox over there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Great shows.
I was at before we left Springfield, Ohio, I lived there for 15 years. And we were in it was called Mitch's Italian Restaurant. It maybe at best seated 40 people if you were lucky. And we went in there one day, but they had the best homemade. I'm Italian, so they had the best homemade pasta there.
Me too.
There you go. And so I go in there, and I'm sitting there, and I look over, and I'm looking at this guy, and I thought, no, can't be. Not in Springfield at this little, and I heard him talk. I looked over, and it was John Aston, Gomez Addams, from the TV series. I walked over to him, and I walked over to him. I said, Mr. Aston, he's like, no problem. He signed on a napkin and gave it to me. I was like, man, he was in town because the Wright State University was doing a theater play, and he was going to be in it. And he wanted a homemade Italian dinner, and that's where he ended up going to.
That's
wow.
Cool.
But I always said, if I ever became a millionaire or a billionaire, I'd be exactly like Gomez Addams. I don't even smoke, but I'd have lit cigars. I'd pull out already lit. I'd have the hobby horse. That would be me. That would be me completely. But I was just kind of shocked running into him then. There,
I was more of a Munsters guy. I like the Munsters because they had that kick-ass song, you know.
They had the better cars, I would say.
Yeah.
And Yvonne DiCarlo was gorgeous, and so was
Fred Gwynn.
No, I don't know about being gorgeous, but I mean Morticia. But I can't remember her real name.
Oh yeah, Pat Priest. That was the blonde girl on there, right?
That was She was only on there for 1 year, I think.
Yeah, I love when they would sit around and be like, "Man, we feel so sorry for her. She's so ugly."
She was the ugly duckling of the family.
Yeah.
Oh well.
That all that 70s stuff for me, just starting with Van Halen. Like, you know, I always say, like, sometimes I wake up, I have a dream that Eddie Van Halen is on the bridge of the Enterprise, because that was my whole childhood, was Star Trek and Van Halen, you know.
Captain, and I will defend this till the day I die. Captain Kirk is the most kick-ass captain of any of the Enterprises.
Oh, yeah. He's still alive.
He took all the women, he never surrendered, and he kicked ass.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
It didn't matter if they were green, blue. Doesn't matter.
Well, the green ones were the best, yeah.
And he was a cop too.
Well, it's true. and now there's only 3 left: him, Sulu, and Chekhov.
Chekhov. I don't know. You know why he was brought on the show, right?
Because of the Beatles.
Well, because of the Monkees. Because Davy Jones was a big deal, so they brought him on because they thought that he would create more. They should have had me on there, but I wasn't born yet, you know.
Why? Because you kind of look like him?
I don't know. I don't know. Just there was something about Chekhov that always bothered me, because I have some Russian heritage too. And Chekhov, if you watch that show, he never wins at anything. He's always getting beat up, or I don't know. He just, maybe because of his propaganda in that time, like, let's take a Russian guy and make him small and weak, and
yeah,
I don't know, but I didn't like the character too much.
That was right in the heart of the Cold War too.
Yeah, exactly. So. That's why I think that's why they, not like in the 80s where it was, Ivan Drago.
I can even tell you the trouble with Tribbles when he was talking about the chemical, and he was talking about the Russian guy who invented it, and then they're like, no, it wasn't them, and he's like, oh, it was like every time he said something, they were saying, no, that's not correct.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, Kirk was the best.
Yeah. Still is. He even went to space recently, didn't he? And Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, he's 90. He's 94 now, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah, him and Leonard Nimoy were only like 4 days apart, birthdays.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, like I said, all that '70s stuff, man. It's all the same, you know. And like I said, I don't know. The first time I remember, you know, getting to Van Halen, one of my friends was like, "Dude, come listen to this," and he put on Eruption, and I was 5, and I'm like, "What is that?" You know, the same thing. And then years later, Cathedral. So my friend's brother said, "Put the headphones on and listen to this." I said, "Wow, I didn't know Eddie played keyboards." So like, "That's not a keyboard. That's a guitar." I said, "No, it's not. It's not a guitar." And you know, that's just one of those things. Like you know, that album for me, I don't know. You guys probably all have your albums that were your favorite, but for me, Diver Down, even though it's not really, you know, the most popular album for me, that's the one where I was really got into it, because we would had the collage, you know, the collage of the pictures on the back, and people would my friends would explain them, "Oh, somebody hit Dave in the eye with a quarter or this or that or whatever." And
it's a quarter
the
on
insert
on Ed's
the
guitar.
insert,
That's the quarter.
yeah.
That's why Eddie put it on the guitar.
Yeah. What was it? Was
it
Pretty
hit
Woman
Dave,
like the
was
lead
pretty damn
single
lucky.
off of that? Right.
Pretty Woman was released before the album.
Right.
Before the album was even released.
Not visible, correct.
They released Pretty Woman as a single, backed with Happy Trails, because they had done Happy Trails as a demo back in '77, but they had re-recorded it.
Okay.
So yeah, you can find a demo of Happy Trails from the '77 demos. So anyway, so they released Pretty Woman as a single just to put something out there, and then it becomes a top 10 single. So they had to make a record, because you look at the Pretty Woman. I've given plenty of them. I give away Van Halen singles on Tuesdays, right? Exclusively Van Halen, 8 p.m. Eastern. So you look at the Pretty Woman single, there's no mention of Diver Down on it anywhere.
Oh, wow.
If you look at it. So anyway, so they ended up having to make a music video for that. So they had to go back in and re-record an intro to it.
Band, right?
So yeah, so when you listen to Intruder into Pretty Woman, Intruder was recorded later. It wasn't, but the way, you know, it's edited together, it you know, it works. So yeah, and then they made Diver Down, and then yeah, Pretty Woman. I mean, that was a single before, but then what else? Dancing in the Street was a single off the album. Secrets, at least, was a radio single.
One of the most beautiful Van Halen songs that nobody ever talks about. I think Dave's lyrics in that are unbelievable, and Little Guitars, I think, is like, if you said what is your favorite song, I think it's Little Guitars, because you watch, and the one that just came out recently, I don't think it was on there, the one in Donington or whatever, but you watch the US Festival and all that stuff. When Eddie's playing that song, and at the end, the ooh, and he's running back and forth. I mean,
that was on Donington.
Oh, was it? He's so happy. I mean, he's always looked happy, but there's just something, I think, when he played that song, he just, even when I saw him in 2015, even though it's not a super popular song, he seems to have a real affinity when he played that live.
Yeah. That was a great one. Yeah, I love Diver Down. I remember getting that one, and then learning Pretty Woman on the guitar, so I would play along to it all the time back in the day.
I mean, your first song you learned of Van Halen is not "Ain't Talking About Love"?
It's either that or Pretty Woman. It's one of them.
But technically, Pretty Woman's not Van Halen.
No, but the Van Halen version of it.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
See, I was in L.A. in '78, and Quiet Riot with Randy Rhoads was playing. It was either at the Whiskey or the Starwood, and I didn't get to go. And I've always been a Randy Rhoads fan. Always been a Randy Rhoads fan. And it's like, now, obviously, like to have that DeLorean time machine and go back. I'd go back and go see the show, then time not to get on the damn plane.
Yeah.
But
There's,
Randy is to me what Eddie is to Johnny.
Oh, Randy was my first influence too, because I wanted to look like him. I had the haircut, I had all that stuff, and I didn't really. I think I don't know if you guys remember. I'm sure you do. Like they had the magazines, and in the back there would be like T-shirts.
Yeah.
And there was Randy with the polka dot V, and I was like, "Wow, what is that?" You know. And my friend was like, "Oh yeah,
hanging on the wall back there."
Yeah, he said, "Oh, he's dead." I'm like, "Really?" And then I started, obsessing about him, and then it was like right before Tribute came out, because you remember there's the 2 albums with Jake, and then all of a sudden there's Randy in 1987, I think Tribute came out.
87, yep.
And then that became the whole thing, and those are the only 2 people that I ever actually like learned how to play from. Like there was this Randy Rhoads book that had like scales in it, and I actually learned harmonic minor, diminished arpeggio, all that stuff, because the Van Halen stuff you couldn't really, at 14 years old, you couldn't really, you just kind of had to listen to it and try to figure it out. But the Randy stuff you would learn.
There's a video by Paul Gilbert talking about how Randy was an influence of his.
Mm-hmm.
And he's, a lot of people go into the classical influence that Randy had. I knew he was going to do that, Johnny.
I had to look for it.
As soon as I said that, I was like, it's coming up.
That's such a big thing on the Van Halen forums is, again, those are my 2 favorite guys. And there's like this little bit of insecurity when people start talking about Randy, like, oh no, he wasn't as good as, and you know what, for 2 guys that came from the same town pretty much at the same time, and you couldn't be further apart the way they played. I mean, Eddie was,
and we got into this about a month ago or so, talking about how I never did like the, everybody's like, well, Eddie's better or Randy's better. It was 2 different things. You couldn't compare them.
Yeah, I think Eddie was more natural. Eddie was, to me, a more natural, probably one of those guys that could just pick up everything, where Randy was a studied musician. But I'll say this, the one thing Eddie never had, he never had Diary of a Madman, to me, which is the most incredible metal song that was ever written and recorded. Eddie never had that. I mean, just that Diary of a Madman, it's almost perfect that's the last piece of recorded music we have from Randy, because that tells you what he could have been if he lived.
There's a classical composer that listened to that and breaks it down. He was just amazed. He's like, I can't believe this is considered metal, or a metal guitar player came up with this.
Yeah.
He's like, well, he was very classic. He was in the process of quitting Ozzy. He was going to do one more tour, the next album. Then he was going to go. His mom actually was signing him up to UCLA the day he died, or the day before.
I always wonder, though, I mean, what would have happened if he had lived and Yngwie Malmsteen came out, the next year or 2 years down the road? Would people still have viewed Randy as the classical guitarist, or would he have just been, because I mean, he technically wasn't doing the things that Yngwie was, a couple years later.
Well, and that's a completely different than Randy or Eddie. That's throwing a third one into the mix because of the speed.
Right.
I mean, you're looking at arpeggios from hell, he called them, instead, neither one of Eddie or Randy did that. It's just, I would say Randy's classical influence, because Yngwie's talked about both of them, how Eddie, the sounds and stuff Eddie was able to do, and then he's also talked about the classical influence that Randy put into it. And at one point he was trying to say he kind of like took from both of them into his own, which I've never heard that out of any of his stuff. But
no, it sounds like Blackmore, really.
But yeah, no, there was just, I hate the comparison thing, because there's no comparison. I mean, it's literally apples to oranges. They were there at the same time. Now, if you watch there's the Tracy Guns narrated the special on Randy, which Johnny, you've never seen yet, but the 40 was talking about a couple weeks ago, the Randy's guitar tech said he used to have a picture of Eddie on his wall, on Randy's wall pedals. Every time he hit it, he was stepping on Eddie. But then we find out that Eddie and Dave would watch Randy all the time, but Randy never went to see Van Halen play.
Yeah.
And they shared the stage one night, one time, and then that was it. So
Randy was sick, and he didn't feel that he performed well because he was ill that night.
yeah, he had a fever of like 103 or something like that. It was something he didn't want to stop. He didn't want to not do the show.
Yeah, that Quiet Riot was it on Amazon, right? Last year.
Yeah, well, there's another one though. It's something. It's the history of a guitar icon, Randy Rhoads. That's by Tracy Guns.
I just I couldn't. I always thought it was weird. And my brother who was on last night, we discussed this when, Quiet Riot, when Randy and Rudy and Kevin and they're going around trying to get a record deal. Like they had to parade around in front. I thought really, why would it have been that hard back then? I mean, you have,
that was the disco.
Well, once Van Halen was signed, though, you would have thought okay, here's a band that's kind of similar. That an outspoken lead singer, a good-looking, really talented guitar player. You wouldn't think it would have been that difficult to get signed once Van Halen.
I actually think it was Kevin's voice, because he even admitted he wasn't a real singer. His brother's a doctor, and he said when Kevin told me he was going to sing, he said, I started laughing. I said, when did you learn how to sing? And then what's the one song? He says, I have a mouth like an alligator. He made sure he put that in there because that's
Metal
the rest of he sounded. Yeah. So yeah, it's like, yeah, everybody joked that, and they're starting to think that was the reason why they didn't get signed at first, because that's before Kevin actually took vocal lessons. Because if you can get on YouTube, you can see them at the Starwood, like an hour-and-a-half concert at Quiet Riot.
Yeah, I bought that on VHS. I sent away to some place in Canada for that when I was in 9th grade and waited 6 to 8 weeks to get it on VHS, and now you can just click on it on YouTube.
Yeah, but he didn't sound that good then, and I think that was the issue.
Right.
When did he? Was he the original singer?
Kevin, yeah.
Formed in '73. So
By
technically,
Randy
formed
Rose
before Van Halen.
Yeah, when they were like 15. Randy taught Kelly Garney how to play bass, and Kelly played the bass for him.
And then was he just not good enough or did he quit? Because I know Rudy came out. Rudy was immigrated from Cuba and lived in Miami and then came out there, right?
Yeah. There's different reasons. If you hear Kevin told one story why Garney quit, and then Kelly Garney tells another story why he quit. And they're two completely different. So who knows? It's I don't know. I know it had something to do with a gunshot. Either Kelly was drunk, or maybe it was the drummer. One of them was drunk, went to the house, and he shot a gun through the roof of his house, and that was he's like, that's it, I'm done. And they brought
it was Kelly.
Sarzo told
too. Yeah.
Sarzo told them, he saw him live. He said, if you ever need a bass player, call me.
Yeah.
And then he went back over to the East. He was in New York when they called him.
They auditioned Nikki Sixx too, I believe, and Randy tried to teach Nikki Sixx how to play bass, but he just couldn't do anything.
Said he couldn't even tune it.
Yeah.
Even Kevin DeBro said that. He said, he said Nikki couldn't. He said, bless his heart, what they did with Motley Crue is great. He said, but when he was there with us, he couldn't even tune the damn thing, let alone play it. Randy would say, all right, we're doing this in the key of A, and blah, blah, blah. And he said, Nikki just stood there like, just play it. I'll follow you. And then they said Randy went to Kevin and said, there's no way in hell I can't work with that guy.
Get him out of here. Yeah.
And now it's come out that Nikki didn't even play bass on the first 4 Motley Crue albums.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Their producer set that straight. This is all coming out over the Mick Mars thing now.
Oh, okay.
So,
drama in hair metal land.
And then I think it's funny how everybody now says, "Well, Vince Neil can't sing anymore." I got news for you. He never could.
Right.
I said this before too. A buddy of mine, Mark Datto, who did live sound for Motley Crue. I have a live recording for the Theater of Pain from Osaka, Japan. And Vince Neil sounds like he does now. It sounds like, Martha Stewart, $8, Big Mac, and you don't understand what the hell he's saying. And he's just going like, hey, no sound, hey. Like, what the hell did you just say? He was doing that in 84 and 85. He was never. They just had the image.
Right.
Nikki Sixx was a master at crafting an image, and that's what sold that band.
Yeah.
And Mick, they were always trying to get rid of Mick, and I think him and Tommy Lee were the only two that were the real musicians in the band.
Yeah.
But now,
you know what? For me, like a lot of kids weren't to Motley Crue in high school, and I guess because I was a guitar player, to me it wasn't as interesting as Dokken or Rat or some of the bands that had better lead players. I know I don't want to disparage Mick Mars, but he was not Lynch. He was not DeMartini.
Yeah,
he wasn't Jakey Lee.
When you watched Lynch, Warren, Jake, Paul Gill, when you watched any of those guys.
Wait a minute.
They were all over Eddie. They were all over the stage. They put on a show. Mick just stood there. He stood there and he played. He played good, but he didn't put on a show.
Right.
Now, again, granted, we didn't know it at the time, but he had that degenerative disease, or he has that degenerative, which is why he didn't do what those other guys did.
Right.
But we didn't know it. He was just like, well, he's like almost 10 years older than those guys, but he's never been. All the years they've all been in trouble except Mick. He's always been like I hate to say the old man of the group, but literally that's what he is, and he never got into any of the drama of it until all this happened, a year and a half ago.
He was a big Kramer guy too, right, Johnny? Because I remember he had the Kramers that had the Theater of Pain one.
Where's Robbie?
Yeah. And Dennis. Dennis Bline's the one that painted all those for him.
Right.
He had all the
girls, the Marilyn Monroe. Yep. Pretty much any custom painted guitar in the 80s was done by Dennis.
Do you guys remember?
He did it for Kramer, but he also did it for people who just contacted him.
Yeah. Do you remember Dweezil Zappa had a guitar with a Jackson with Madonna's True Blue painted on it? I don't know if that one of those guys did that.
Yeah, pretty much anything in the 80s was done by Dennis. He did I can't think of the guitar player's name for Rough Cut. One looked like a brick wall, a red brick wall with the mortar in between. He did that one. He did the ones for Whitesnake, in the Still the Night video. There's one that Vivian Campbell was playing. It's like an orange and yellowish splatter type thing. Dennis did that one. He did all Motley Crue's guitars, including Nicky's bass. Yeah, he did Zach's mirror, cracked mirror one. That's a Dennis Klein one.
I was talking to Zach Thong, but yeah.
Oh well, I like that.
He should do Zach Thong's guitar.
Zach's from right up the road from me too, in Jackson, New Jersey. He used to teach at the mall that's like 5 minutes from me, and
he went to school with Robbie.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Robbie said he used to jam with him.
Oh yeah, he was. I think he was. I don't know. What's his real name? Jeff Weiland, right? I think.
Yeah, Weiland or something like that.
Yeah. I remember when he got hired by Ozzy, there was an ad when we used to go to Seaside Heights for summer vacation. They had one of those newspapers for bands and stuff, and it said, Ozzy wants ours and we want you, Zyrus. I think that was the band he was in before Ozzy, and there was a rumor that some kid from my high school went and he wasn't good enough and they beat him up. I don't know if that's true.
That's a hell of an audition.
It's a very nice thing to do. You suck at guitar, so I'm going to beat you up.
There's a band we toured with that was from New York City, Grim Jack. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
No.
They're still around. They just did their 30th anniversary. They were signed to Sin City Records, and which got us signed. But they still play in the city all the time now.
Oh, okay. Like Zebra.
It's Grim Jack with 2 M's.
Oh, okay. No, I've never heard of them.
They were in Circus Magazine in like '87. They were supposed to be like the next Aerosmith or something like that.
We all were.
Yeah. And Sky Prop, I thought of the other place we used to play in Pittsburgh called Someplace Else.
Grim Jack. Quality rock and roll.
The big thing here now is just tribute bands. When I was in an original band, all we opened for was tribute bands. The Stone Pony, which used to be, the very forefront of original music, and it's just, I get the things in the email, and it's the Queen tribute band and the Fleetwood Mac tribute band. It's just, I don't know what it is. I guess just nobody cares about. They just want to hear stuff they grew up with and all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Grim Jack guys, they Jailhouse Tattoo was one of their releases, and it was like 88.
I'm looking at them right now. Grim Jack. I'm looking at their Facebook page.
Billy, their lead singer. I got all kind of stories on the riding around the eastern United States on the tour bus with those guys.
Billy Cohout?
Well, it's people say Cohout, but it's Cohout. It's actually out.
Grim Jack. Wait, who's Grim Jack? Oh, that's another guy. Wait, who is this? No, this is Grim. Who is this? Grim Jack.
Yeah.
Why would they have their from their own post? Why would they hyperlink their own page again?
I don't know.
Oh, because they have a friend profile as well.
Okay.
They have a band profile and a friend profile. Grim Jack. I have 57 mutual friends with them.
There you go.
Grim Jack.
Well, I'm one of them.
You're one of them?
Should be. We toured with those guys for almost 2 years. Hotel stories.
Wait, these guys have been around for a long time?
Since the 80s.
They don't look that old. What were they, like 12 in the 80s?
No.
Were they my age?
Yeah. They're all about 60 now, 62, somewhere around there. The one guitar player, he's still wearing a cowboy hat. That's Jim. He had left the band for a long time, then came back when it was their 25th anniversary.
Yeah, there's a guy playing a Les Paul with the cowboy hat, singer with the cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Jimmy Mack.
He owns a big toy store in New York City, a used toy store.
Oh, cool.
Because when they came here one time to pick us up, and the bus broke down, so they stayed at our house. Well, it was the roadies, them, and then us with all our gear, and we were all stuck at the house for 2 extra days. And he was doing business. He's like, "Ron, can I use your phone?" He was, working the toy store back and forth while we were sitting here.
Oh, that sounds like a party, man.
I believe me, their store. I couldn't tell them on here.
Oh, come on. Nobody's watching this.
No.
Robbie's not here. You can tell them.
If you look, there's a picture. The album cover for the Jailhouse Tattoo CD. They're on there somewhere. That's from like 88, maybe 80.
Jailhouse Tattoo. Yeah, they're all sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
That's when we were touring with them.
Oh, okay.
Matter of fact,
Johnny, I'm sorry, dude. Hey, Johnny, I'm gonna check out. I gotta work in the morning.
Oh, no worries.
Okay, bro. See you guys next week.
Be good, 40.
See you, Eric.
See you later, man.
See you later.
But yeah, that I got videos of us with them, and it was some of the road stories, man. I told you the one about me passing out from the heat.
No.
Yeah, I said that one. I passed out from the heat, and the next thing I know, they was throwing cold water on me, and I went to the hotel room alone, and I woke up with the naked.
And you drove around and stuff, and you had no memory of that.
No. They put me in a cab. sent me to the hotel, and then I took
Oh,
a shower. I took a shower and went to bed, and I woke up and there was a naked girl curled on me, and our singer was on the other side of her, and I threw her out and we were on the second floor.
You threw her out?
I threw her out on the balcony with her. She was naked. Threw her out there, threw her clothes out there, grabbed him, and threw him over the railing into the pool from the second floor.
And you have video of this?
No, that was before cell phones. Well, that was before the big brick cell phone was out then, but no. But there's all kind. I mean, there were many nights that this lead singer Billy from Grimjack, him and I just go stay on the bus because some of the shit going on in the hotel rooms was crazy.
Wow.
But they still play this. They still play in the city all the time. I'm trying to think the one. Is there any tour dates on there, Johnny?
Oh yeah.
Any show dates?
Oh, tons of them. May, November. This is all 20. This is all past. Okay. 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. There's a 2023 in May. They played G's, a.k.a. the Avenue, West Hampstead.
It's in Long Island.
Looks like they played there.
There's another place they play a lot too, and I can't think of the name of it. It's somewhere on the shore.
That's cool.
But we had a blast. I mean, we literally, it was fun. And that's what, that's why I didn't go play with Nazareth. Because by the time all this happened, when our son was born, I missed most of his first year of his life because I wasn't here. I was out on the road.
Mm-hmm.
By then, though, we're talking late 80s. I was 100 pounds less, had real long hair. And, but yeah, it was. Then I got the offer to play in Nazareth, and it was even going to be farther, more away from home. And it's like you can't. At the time, you think about it, but then I missed most of the first, a little bit more in the first year of his life, and I can't get that back.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get it. And so when the band stopped and we moved to Springfield, I ended up coaching his football team, his soccer. I did all that to try to make up for it. But no matter what I did, I still could not get back that first 14 months. So that was a big choice why I didn't go into Nazareth. That plus there was only like 2 guys of the original band still in them.
Well, I can't get back the last 3 hours.
Look
at the time.
If we get the DeLorean, we can.
Well, I need to jump over to GTA live on Twitch for at least an hour.
Yeah,
I'll be in my DeLorean.
Chicken shit to come on Call of Duty.
I'll come on there. How much is it?
Come on there. I don't know.
Okay, are you gonna?
No
You're not jumping on there tonight, are you?
Yeah. I played every night. I'm retired. I played every night.
Yeah, we're gamers too, Eric. We play. Are you a gamer? Do you play games?
I had an Atari 2600 and
you played Missile Command and
Pac-Man, Centipede. Is about it.
Yeah,
it's too complicated. And then I started playing football, and that was it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We play games, and I live stream video games every night too. Like I'm live every night, either doing these shows or those shows or whatever.
They're too complicated. I tried some of those Call of Duties, and I just get killed over and over and over. And then you get really depressed when you get killed about 17 times. Just why bother?
Let me see. Wait. All right. So wait. What actually, I was going to look.
Modern Warfare 3 is coming out. So
I was going to look.
You need to get Modern Warfare 2.
That's what I was going to ask. What game do I need to get?
Modern Warfare 2.
Where are the games at?
Modern 3 or Warfare 3 would be out in like sometime in October.
How do I find it? Wait, what's the one? Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare 2. pong.
Oh, I don't think they have it. Maybe that was the problem. Modern Warfare. It's not even coming up. Oh, wait, that's in my own library. Yeah, I don't even have it. Wait.
Call of Duty
Store.
Modern Warfare 2.
Let me look at the store. Modern Warfare 2?
Yes. 3's not out yet.
This is Black Ops.
That's it.
That's it?
Well, there's
Is that
like
that's an add-on?
Every so often they update it. But Modern Warfare 2, the basic game's what you need. Then once you download it, it'll download all the newest stuff to it.
Call of Duty Black Cell?
Black Cell, yes.
This is the game?
Mm-hmm. If you just get Call it or Modern Warfare 2, and when it downloads, it'll download the newest version.
Downloadable content. Call of Duty. This one it requires what? I think it requires me to buy a previous game. Call of Duty. This is weird. Oh, this is an add-on. Season 5. I think it's going to make me buy the 2 previous games first.
You should be able just to buy just the Modern Warfare 2.
That's what
we're in season 5 right now.
That's what it says.
Yeah, but you got to buy the initial Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare 2. Okay, I'll look into it.
All
it
right.
looks a little too complicated right now. Oh, check out the entire franchise. Oh, wait a minute. Modern Warfare 3. Call of Duty Season 5 Warzone. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. That's the one that I had back in the day, and then I lost it. Call of Duty. Oh, there's so many. Oh, I had that one. Modern Warfare. Oh, no, that's the one I had. This is confusing. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Is the one you need to buy.
$14.99.
Wow.
It's $15.
Wow, because when it downloads, it'll bring you into season 5.
And you're going to be on there if I jump. I'm looking this way because this.
Yeah.
You guys are now on this screen over here. So if I get this, I'll be able to get you.
As soon as we get off, I'm going right back there.
You'll come after me. What do you guys? Will you guys come watch us live on Twitch? Do you want to watch Ron and I run after each other?
I shot from 2 miles away.
Yeah, because Eric, I play these games live on Twitch, so you actually see me sitting here. I'm morphed in. When I play my games, I've got a green screen I bring out. It hangs over this, and then I'm like melded into the game, and I'm playing the games.
I don't even know what Twitch is.
It's a live streaming. It's like YouTube. It's like
okay.
YouTube, but it's more geared towards gaming and bikini models in bathtubs.
Oh.
Twitch, I'm there. $15. Oh wait, Activision. That means I have to have an Activision account, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, the Activision games were the best ones on the Atari. Somebody mentioned Pitfall. All those games were
Pitfall, River Raid.
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah.
River Raid. I had that one. Okay, once we're done here, let's talk a little bit more about this, Ron.
All right.
Because it looks like it's gonna make me. We'll figure it out. Okay, let me bring you guys back over here. There we are. All right, Laz, what are you doing, man? We're going to hit the hay. Have a great show. My show is canceled for tomorrow. I'll explain another time. Oh, man. Hope everything's okay, dude.
Love you all.
Yeah. Wait, Laz, aren't you going to L.A.? Maybe he's in L.A. Maybe that's why his show's canceled.
Said something about a long drive.
He was supposed to go to Los Angeles like this weekend. Hey, now. Just got home after long drive. Back from... You just got back? Wait, you drove to L.A. and came back. Hope everything's all right, man. Because he did that same thing like a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Okay. All right. Everybody that's still here, we're going to do a quick giveaway and then possibly jump on to Modern Warfare with Ron on Twitch. Possibly. We'll look at it. We'll look at it. So you guys, okay, we're giving this away. Cabo Wabo Sammy Hagar guitar pick. Let's do this. Share screen. Share screen.
And then there were 3.
Yeah, and then yeah. All right.
Later, Uncle Fester.
Goodbye, Uncle Laz. Laz actually is my uncle. Okay. Giveaway winners.
Later, Fester.
Uncle Therapy Laz. All right. Who wants a Sammy Hagar guitar pick? Sammy Hagar guitar pick, Cabo Wabo. Here we go.
Wouldn't it be funny if FU Tone won it?
That'd be great. Rando. Rando, you're the winner. Send me a text message. What?
Oh, is he here?
I don't know. Where's the
He may
thing?
not be here. He may not be here.
How come that's not showing? Can you guys see that? You can't see that, can you?
Yeah, connect with Johnny Bean TV. What's that?
Oh, you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, for me, it's not showing. I don't see it.
Then how do you know you had it up?
I don't. That's why I'm asking. Oh, there it is. Yeah, yeah. For me, it's not showing on the screen. I still see all you guys. Rando, send me a text. 415-952-3263. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. Sammy Hagar, Cabo Wabo guitar pick, Rando. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Guitar ASMR. Of course, you know, I play the guitar. We hang out. We have a great time. It's awesome. Eric, thank you so much for hanging out. Wrong button.
Thank you for having me.
Nice meeting you, Eric. Nice talking with you.
Great to meet you. Come back. Come back next time.
Absolutely, man. I'd love to.
Yeah.
Got a lot of stories.
Yeah. Come back when I do a Van Halen show. Tuesdays is my Van Halen show. If you're around, because I know you like the Van Halen too. That's the first thing you told me when I talked to you on the phone was you're like Van Halen. Yeah. Van Halen. Oh, you went to Tuesdays. I had some audio I was gonna play for you guys tonight, but I forgot. I'll play it for you this Tuesday. If you want to hear some more audio of Mammoth, 1973, is it?
Is it all them doing Sabbath stuff, or is it you got other things?
I got some other stuff.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Playing Yes, maybe, like Close to the Edge or something?
They're playing Funk 49.
Oh, okay, cool.
And another song, which might be a Sabbath song or something. I don't know. I'm not sure, but Tune In Tuesday. Tune In Tuesday. Oh, you ate one Tuesdays.
Dane going to be on this Tuesday?
I don't know. I don't know until he actually shows up. That's the only way I know. It's true. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you, channel members. Continued support. You guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Guitar ASMR show. All right. All right.
Be good, everybody.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Hey, it's Greg Bissonette. You're watching Johnny Bean TV.
Hey folks, Neil Zlozauer here. Check out my good friend Johnny Bean TV.
Awesome. Thank you so much.